At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Welcome into Bleck and Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, Sirius XM Channel 375, and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. I'm Chris Bleck along with Adam Abdalla on a Friday, live from Chicago, hanging out with you until 3 Eastern, right here on Westwood One Sports. You can always call or text the show at 310-840-4910. So we had games last night, 6 of them in the NFL in the preseason. There's 3 more games tonight. There are games on Saturday and on Sunday. So preseason action taking place around the National Football League. I think the place to start from last night, Abdalla, is that we had 2 rookies that played pretty well in their debuts in the NFL. One, Drew Aller with the Steelers, 3rd-round pick, looked pretty good last night. And Fernando Mendoza, the number 1 pick overall with the Raiders, got out there, and even though the stats are not eye-popping, he looks like he belongs. he looked pretty good out there last night for the Raiders.
Yeah, I thought Mendoza looked good. He looked capable. And I think the whole Raiders offense looked decent, especially like even when Kirk Cousins was out there, like the Raiders, rushing attack, running behind, Tyler Linderbaum as the center, the new center that they acquired. Like the Raiders offense looked decent. Their defense looked horrible, but their offense as a whole looked good. And then when Fernando Mendoza came in, he led a 79-yard, touchdown drive to start. He looked the part. There were some points where he was flushed out of the pocket. He had to throw the ball away. Like he didn't look like he was scared. You know what I mean? Like he didn't look like the moment was too big. He didn't look like the lights were too bright or anything. He looked poised. He looked like he belonged. And I thought that was good. There were points where he was rushed. Like he had a little too much zip on the ball. He overthrew some guys, but it's his first game. It's the preseason. That's fine. He didn't look overwhelmed. That's all you want to that's all you ask for. He didn't do anything yesterday, I think, to change the Raiders' minds to say, hey, now we've got a competition. Now we're going to say, hey, maybe he gets more reps with the ones and maybe we've got an actual competition. They've gone into this saying day in and day out that Kirk Cousins is going to start week 1 for the Raiders. And I don't think that Mendoza did anything to change their minds. He did make his case for me to say, I don't see why you shouldn't start him. Like, he didn't look horrible enough to go out there and say, I don't think there's any reason why you can't start him. And I thought that the offensive line protected Kirk Cousins enough for me to say, there's no reason why you can't play Fernando Mendoza out there where he would get injured or he would get hurt in his first year as quarterback for the Raiders. So I don't think he did anything and the Raiders did anything to warrant any reason for him not to go out there week 1 and play. So I thought like it was twofold. Like he looked the part. He didn't look great, but also like there's no reason for him to not be starting week 1.
I noticed like a slight pick-me-up in the Raiders team as well with him out there. The little pep in their step, which happens with a rookie quarterback, which happens with a number 1 overall pick. And I agree with your assessment of it. When I watched last night, what I walked away thinking was, why is Kirk Cousins starting? Like, Fernando Mendoza is good enough as a starting point. Mm-hmm. And obviously the numbers weren't great. 10 for 16, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah, a couple overthrows. He got hit a couple times. He also had a couple nice passes. And you could tell there's a zip on the ball.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he belongs. And so that's where watching the game, it just goes back to the conversation we've had this entire offseason. It seems silly that the Raiders are going to start Kirk Cousins. I would also say, but based on the quotes after the game, that Kubiak saying, in quotes, saying that Mendoza's an ascending player, I wouldn't be surprised if within the first month, Mendoza's the starting quarterback for the team.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it is just a 1 or 2 game thing to get off the ground, to get started, and then the Raiders pull Kirk Cousins and they go to Mendoza. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
No, I agree with you. And I think, too, the way he rebounded from bad plays, like when he would have to throw the ball out of bounds and get hit and the next play would be a productive play. Like he didn't let one play bleed into the next play. He didn't let a bad drive bleed into the next drive. Like he had, he only had 4 drives out there, but the first drive was great. And then the next drives, they didn't result in any, points or anything like that, but it was fine. Like they were okay. And I thought that, obviously he's playing against a couple of the defensive starters were still out there during the first drive for the Cardinals. So it was decent for them. Like the Cardinals aren't going to be great. We know that. Like these were 2 bad defenses, but I think that him playing against some of the Cardinals starters showed that he belongs. And I think that him being able to, his willingness to run and his mobility is also going to be a factor. And I think that what goes into what I mentioned, that Ashton Genty looked better running behind that better offensive line. Listen, I know they paid Tyler Linderbaum a lot of money. I thought it was too much money. But every time that they ran down the middle, it went for positive yardage. And it shows why they paid him that much money. And it's good. Like, that's a decent and they added another guard. Every time they ran down that way as well, they were opening up, spaces and gaps for them to run. And that shows why they made those additions on that offensive line. And I think that they added enough pieces to that offensive line where this offense isn't going to be horrible. It's not going to be as bad as it was last year. Genty's not going to be running into a brick wall every single time he, is handed the football. And I think that you're right. He might not start week 1. I don't think he's going to be even given the opportunity to start week 1. But by the time we get to week 5, you're going to see Fernando Mendoza.
We certainly last night for the Raiders did not see a player that was overwhelmed, that the body didn't look like it could be on an NFL field. Sometimes that's the problem, right? I'm interested in seeing how Ty Simpson looks in an NFL game against NFL defenses.
Mm-hmm.
He's small. He's a small player. Now, we've thought the same things with Bryce Young, Kyler Murray, and others in the past who are slight.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're not imposing figures.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a problem for Mendoza. So you see him out there. He made some plays. He made some poor plays. It's fine. And I think that's where the takeaway from that game was that. The other takeaway, Jeremiah Love looks like he will be a star.
Dude.
And we kind of scoffed at the Cardinals using such a high pick on Jeremiah Love, but in his 11 carries last night, 58 yards, 5.3 yards per carry for Jeremiah Love. He looks like he will be an absolute superstar in the NFL.
Yeah.
I get it. Hand up. The first 11 carries, first preseason game, that's all we got from him. But he looks exactly like the player that we saw coming into the draft.
Yeah, and I know he's the favorite right now to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. The problem is the Cardinals' defense is going to be trash. So I don't know if he's going to be given the opportunity and the carries to showcase that, because he's an offensive weapon. He can catch the ball. He can run, obviously. He's a good blocker. He can do everything, right? He's an every single down, do everything back. The problem is they're not going to be ahead in enough games where he can just dominate a game, I think they're going to have to throw the ball a lot to try to catch up because they're going to be behind in a lot of these games. I don't know if he's going to be he's right now he's plus 450 on DraftKings. If you go to DraftKings, promo code BNDA26, shout out.
Yes.
And so
shout out.
I love what I saw from him yesterday. Like he's breaking tackles. But again, the Raiders defense is garbage. And even Kubiak was getting on them at halftime yesterday, going into the locker room saying, we can't get a dang stop to save our lives. Like it was bad. So I love what I saw out of Jeremiah Love. And yeah, we criticized them for taking a guy that high, a running back that high. But I think he's going to be one of the best rookies this season, if not the best. It's going to be a competition between him, I love, Carnell Tate, and even if Fernando Mendoza can get out and see the field, by week 4, week 5, it's going to be a competition between, I think, those three.
So what are the odds for Mendoza right now?
Mendoza is plus 550 and Carnell Tate is plus 550 as well.
Okay. All right. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. You can join the show today at 310-840-4910. Another game I had my eyes focused on last night, Pittsburgh, Green Bay. The Steelers win 28-9. The story from that game, to me, Drew Aller comes in and he plays well. He played really well comparatively. We saw Mason Rudolph out there. We saw Will Howard out there. But Drew Aller looked the part. 10 for 13, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns for Drew Aller. 3rd round pick, Drew Aller. And he's in a situation where there is no pressure. Yeah. He's got vets in front of him who are backups. He has Aaron Rodgers as the starter. Nothing is expected of Drew Aller this year, and he can just develop on his own. Pretty impressive last night what I saw from Aller with the Steelers.
Yeah, and what's crazy is, he comes in, and I didn't watch a lot of Penn State football last season, but from the analysts that I saw last night analyzing this game is from what they saw from last year from Penn State to now is that Mike McCarthy has completely changed what Drew Aller has done with his footwork in 3 months.
Yeah.
Has completely changed what he's done, and he looks like a different quarterback with what he's done with his footwork. And that's what Mike McCarthy was brought in to do, is to take Will Howard and to take Drew Aller and develop them. And yeah, look, the Pittsburgh Steelers don't want to be a team that isn't a complete rebuild. They don't want to be a team that is a 3-win or a 4-win team. So they brought in Mike McCarthy to try to get Aaron Rodgers to come back successful. They do that. They're trying to compete for a playoff spot, which is something they will probably win 8 or 9 games and maybe be a playoff sniffer. And that's what they'll try to do. They'll be a Bleck Abdalla playoff sniffer. Maybe just an Abdalla. Bleck is still hesitant to put his name on that.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, well, you'll come around eventually.
Yeah.
And so
I'm just trying to figure out what the Bleck and Abdalla sniffer logo looks like. Is it like a hound dog that's sniffing the ground, like right? Head down to the ground, tail up in the air.
Yeah, it's
like,
not quite like a McGriff the crime dog kind of thing.
It's like
it's
a
not like that.
crime dog,
yeah,
right?
Kind of like that, like a hound dog type of thing, like one of those things. Yeah, with like a on the ground searching for things, one of those things. Yeah. And then with the nose to the ground. Brought to you by Flonase or Nasacort, something like that. We'll work that in somehow. And so
I'm now currently looking up pictures of hound dogs sniffing.
Cartoon.
Yeah,
it has to be a cartoon.
Cartoons. Yeah.
Cartoon.
I'm
Absolutely.
trying to find a good one.
Or like a basset hound.
Like here you go. Like I think
you need like a basset hound.
I think this is
that's
a good.
perfect.
That's a good sniffer picture.
Like a basset hound. Absolutely.
Raj, I will put this in our team chat so you can see the picture that I'm talking about, and you can throw it up on the YouTube channel Bleck and Abdalla Show.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And then his other job is to find and develop the next quarterback the way he developed Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott. And so if he does that with either Drew Aller or Will Howard, then they're in a perfect scenario. They don't need to be in the market for whether Baker Mayfield decides to, or the Buccaneers decide to move on from him, or they need to draft a quarterback in the middle of the draft next season. His job is to develop, and look, it's limited action, but both quarterbacks, especially Drew Aller against, he's playing against 2s and 3s last night, but he looked the part, and he looked like whatever the Mike McCarthy quarterback school is working. It looks like it's taking in the limited months that he's been a part of.
YouTube Bleck and Abdalla Show. You can go and watch the show live each and every day. The cartoon photo of a hound dog sniffing is now on the YouTube channel.
It's a working logo.
Yeah, it's
We're
working
on it. We got time.
Abdalla's NFL sniffers.
Listen, the playoff
is what he's
sniffers,
looking for.
They don't come out early here. I mean, come on. The In the Hunt graphic doesn't come out until like the second month of the season here. Like
the playoff sniffers.
Yeah,
yes.
The playoff sniffers don't come out until like November.
Although the college football season's right around the corner, so if you had college football playoff sniffers, you could throw that into the mix too.
No, I don't do that. I'm not going to be like the playoff committee and try to mess with everybody's emotions and put playoff teams in, and then come the final rankings, everybody's all pissed off at me because I put somebody in the playoff sniffers and then they're not sniffing anymore, and then everybody's mad at Abdalla because I put their team in there, and then all of a sudden they're out, and then everybody's Notre Dame and they're mad at Abdalla. No.
I'd say this. My thought with Drew Aller, and of course, again, we all understand the situation, right? First preseason game, first quarter, first couple of series. It's all taken with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. But I would go back to my opinion of the Cardinals last Thursday with Carson Beck. And I asked the question, why couldn't Carson Beck turn into something with the NFL's development? I would ask the same thing with Drew Aller. Why couldn't a player like that turn into something with a coach like Mike McCarthy, with the NFL development behind him? Why couldn't that take place? We've seen great quarterbacks before come from rounds that are beyond the first, right? Like, it's not, you can only draft a quarterback in the first round. Russell Wilson, there are quarterbacks all over the NFL that have, and obviously Tom Brady, right? 6th round pick. You can find quarterbacks. Dak Prescott was not a first-round quarterback. You can find good quarterbacks in later rounds. Again, grain of salt. If I had to bet, I'm guessing Carson Beck and Drew Aller will not be great quarterbacks. That's just my thought. But it's nice to see already some development. And that's the grain of salt that I'm taking away from watching the first couple of preseason games.
Yeah, look, if it comes
It's
down...
a grain of salt.
Yeah,
it looks
look.
like a nice development starting to take place for Drew Aller.
If it comes down to it and Baker Mayfield decides, hey, I want to be a Steeler, you think that Mike McCarthy's going to be like, no. We're gonna stick with what's going on here. We're going to see what we can get out of Drew Aller and Will Howard.
If they have a bad season and they end up with a top 10 pick,
Yeah.
and one of these other quarterbacks are available,
They're going to take a quarterback.
that's probably how it would play out.
Of course.
It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. The only other note that I wanted to touch on quickly here at the start of the show, what the hell are the Cincinnati Bengals doing? What the only other thing that I pulled from last night's games in the NFL, why is Joe Burrow out there for so long taking hits in the pocket from the blind side?
I was texting you guys last night.
What in the hell are they doing?
I was so mad last night.
I don't get it, man.
I was so mad. It took me back to it's a very, very old, I think, niche reference of Mallrats, of being like, that kid is on the escalator again. First of all, it's raining. He's getting sacked. He's getting hit after he throws. Why the hell is Joe Burrow on the field getting hit? There's no reason. He played a series. They put it, and then I'm like, okay, fine. Joe Burrow's out. He's done. They show, you know how like when they come back from commercial and they show like the lights to let you see that it's raining?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they go to Joe.
Yes.
He's back on the field.
Back on the field.
Back on the field.
Back on the field.
What are we doing?
Last night, Joe Burrow, a player who does not need the work, went 5 of 6 for 39 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked once for a loss of 9 yards.
And hit like 3 other times.
Why? Why is it? Yeah, the one in the pocket where he got the ball out of his hand, but then he got hit from the left and got pushed into his offensive lineman, into the back of the legs of the offensive lineman. What in the hell are the Bengals doing?
There was a play where he got knocked down and he got up and he like grabbed his elbow. I'm like, well, that's it. There it goes. Like, what are we doing?
It's wild. It's unnecessary. You know, on the other side of the field. So in that game, Bengals won 16-14 against the Lions. The Lions didn't start Jared Goff.
No.
Why would the Lions start Jared Goff? There's nothing to learn about Jared Goff playing in a preseason game. He's a vet who's been around for a long time, who's really good. Why do you need to play him? Same thing goes for Joe Burrow. It's insane. And especially when, like, the Bengals have some quarterbacks on the roster that you need to kind of figure out what you're going to do with.
Joe Flacco came out there. Let the old man go out there and get some run.
I mean, it really is like Josh Johnson. That's who you want to see, or Sean Clifford.
Of course.
That's what you want to see in preseason. So I saw that last night, and I was like, man, I was shocked how long he was out there. That was surprising to me. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Yesterday on the show, we talked about a story with Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels. He doesn't want LSU to use his name, image, and likeness anymore because they're giving his jersey number 5 to a player this upcoming season, DJ Pickett. Pickett has responded to what transpired yesterday. We'll tell you about that coming up next.
There's 3 preseason games tonight, and we're that much closer to the regular season. The Seahawks-Patriots Wednesday night opener is less than a month away.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Jayden Daniels is not happy that LSU has given his number 5 jersey away. I mean, it's still with the team. They didn't give it away. It wasn't like a garage sale. They put it out back. It was, hey, take this for free.
$2.
But he's offended that LSU is going to allow other players to wear his number 5. The jersey's not retired, but he's offended by it. He released a statement yesterday. We talked about this story yesterday on the show. He released a statement saying he's focused on the Commanders season and that his team needs to figure this out with the LSU Tigers, and they need to keep it private. Private conversations need to take place. A weird thing because Jayden Daniels has served LSU papers suggesting that they cannot use his name, image, and likeness anymore. per his attorney representation. Daniels and his representation also released a statement yesterday saying that he was upset over the fact that they gave away his jersey to another player. That new player is DJ Pickett. DJ Pickett, great corner, and he is someone that's one of the best defensive backs in college football. So it's not like this is some scrub that's going to be wearing number 5 for the Tigers. Again, a number that's not retired. The statement also released by the family suggested that they were deeply disappointed in LSU and they felt disrespected by the jersey being given up.
Okay.
So that was yesterday. Since that point, LSU has responded. They've been on the forefront saying that they're not going to change what they've said in action. There was also a story saying that Daniels wants LSU to give up their Heisman Trophy that he won. The winner gets one and the school gets one. So the duplicate of the Heisman Trophy he won in 2023, he wants that back, which LSU has said that they're not going to do that.
What are you going to do with 2 Heismans?
I don't know. You give it to your high school, maybe? You give it to...
You didn't win it there.
No, I know, but like that would be cool that the high school could showcase a Heisman Trophy winner one here. That's kind of cool, but I understand that.
Okay.
So the whole story is funny to me because it's like, Jayden Daniels, who do you think you are? I don't get it. So in relation to all of this, Joe Burrow and the Bengals played last night. Joe Burrow's number 9 is also not retired, but no one's worn number 9.
Yeah.
Since Joe Burrow played at LSU. The difference to me, though, is Joe Burrow's team won a national title. They were undefeated. They, by most metrics, point to as the greatest offense in college football history. So, like, if you want to say they deserve something like that, Joe Burrow deserves that recognition for someone not wearing number 9 again, I can understand that.
Yeah.
So that's why Daniels is upset, is because he's not getting the same treatment as Joe Burrow. Take a listen. This is Joe Burrow when asked about Daniels and his number situation at LSU.
I don't know too much about it. I just heard about it a couple hours ago. I don't necessarily have too many thoughts at this time. I don't know enough about the situation to have any thoughts, I would say.
Has there ever been a conversation about your number not getting reissued? Like, you ever thought about that? Like, since you left, like, they haven't used 9? Like,
yeah, they told me that they wouldn't use it again. But you know, you never know. You never know what happens.
So no thoughts from Joe Burrow. But what he said there at the end, I think, is a realistic thought based on the situation. That's what they told Jayden Daniels, and his response was, Joe Burrow, you never know what could happen. They say they're not going to give it away, but who knows, right? Like, that's the way I read the Joe Burrow comment there. DJ Pickett spoke to the media yesterday as well. This is what Pickett had to say on number 5.
About the number situation, I wore the number my whole life since I was 4 years old. It's a number I was promised. And I wish Jayden the best. Good player, and he did real good here, so that's all.
There he is, DJ Pickett. It's the number he's always worn. He was promised it when he was committing to LSU. And, you know, Lane Kiffin is honoring said commitment. Now, let me ask this, Abdalla. Is Lane Kiffin done talking? Remember at the SEC Media Days, he was just filibustering so he didn't have to answer questions about Ole Miss, right? Remember that? He was just...
I changed jobs. And as I get older and I go through things and losing both parents, I was actually talking to Ross Dellinger, and I kind of said something that might sound kind of funny to you, but you know, I watched the Hulk Hogan special. And I realized something. I was like, we're all going to die. And so some of the things that we put importance on, we worry about, and what this person says and that, like, really aren't going to matter. And when I lost my dad, I started thinking that, and I really started thinking, when I grew up, there were 2 people that I thought just wouldn't die. My dad and Hulk Hogan. And then I watched that special and realized, like, Hulk Hogan died too. Like, there's no way Hulk Hogan was ever going to not wrestle and die. And he did. And so it just made me reflect really on, like, I can't be so concerned about little things and what people say and this, and you got to...
Just rambling. What, he went on for 17 minutes in his media session?
Yeah.
For his opening statement, 17 minutes. All right. So that was Kiffin at SEC Media Days a couple weeks back. Here is Lane talking about DJ Pickett and the promise of number 5.
DJ is in 5, and that was a situation that was promised to him in recruiting here for him to sign here. And I've done a lot of research on that with the family and the representatives and the people. And so really, I didn't have a decision to make. It was promised to the kid. It wasn't done for whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to judge something that I wasn't here of. But when a kid's promised something to come to school, he should wear it. So at that point, I don't really think that's my decision. I should be honored what he was told.
Now, in that press conference, he was also asked if someone was promised 9, would they get the number? And Lane didn't have an answer for that.
Well, I mean, look, he was promised 5. Last year, Pickett didn't wear 5. He wore 3. And Kiffin wasn't there, when... I mean, look, I don't know what to tell you. It's a difficult situation. I think it's a weird situation. When Brian Kelly was there, he promised DJ Pickett he could wear 5. DJ Pickett came there. He was wearing 3. So did Brian Kelly promise him 5 and then did the old bait and switch and said, guess what?
You'll switcheroo?
Would that surprise me? Knowing things about Brian Kelly? No. It wouldn't.
No.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. It wouldn't. So guess what?
That's CBS sports analyst Brian Kelly for you this college football season, sir.
Probably a reason why he's not LSU head coach anymore, or Notre Dame head coach anymore, or anything head coach anymore. I'm still stunned
that anyone wants to listen to him call a college football game.
I don't. And so when new LSU head coach Lane Kiffin comes in and, DJ Pickett and his family goes to him and says, hey, man, this is what was promised. Is there any way we could work around this? And Lane Kiffin goes, oh, he was promised this? Okay, wear 5.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I saw this morning from, I believe it's the Times-Picayune down there.
I always think it's so funny that's the name of the paper.
That's the name of their paper.
I know, but it's just such a funny name. The Times-Picayune is such a funny name of a paper. I know it is, but it's such a funny name for a paper.
That wasn't meant to make you laugh.
I know,
that wasn't the joke.
It does every time,
There was no
though.
setup of a joke there.
I know, but it does every time.
I was just being serious.
I know, but the Times-Picayune is
The Times-Picayune is
such a...
Why did you laugh at that?
Because it does every time. The Times-Picayune is a funny name for a paper every time.
So they're reporting that Lane Kiffin is the one that started all of this. That Lane Kiffin's the one that reached out. When they decided that they were going to give the number to Pickett, Lane reached out to Jayden Daniels and his people to tell him.
Okay.
Does that change your perception of this? This wasn't, I guess the way it was the way I read into the situation yesterday made me think that Jayden Daniels was blindsided by this. And found out when they started posting photos of Pickett online in the jersey. Lane Kiffin tried to do his the respectful thing and be like, hey, by the way, this player is going to take that number. He tried to reach out. That's what they're saying.
This was all done on the up and up. In fact, this goes back to Brian Kelly doing some shady business and telling someone they could be promised a number and then switching it on him when he got there.
Is that really the case, though? Do we have on the record that Brian Kelly did that? They pulled that?
In the article I'm reading, he was promised he could wear number 5. And when he got there, he showed up and he had to wear number 3.
But what was he told as a freshman to why he couldn't have number 5?
Don't know.
Was it because Brian Kelly's no longer here?
I don't know.
Is it because... It's retired, but it's not retired?
I don't know. Well, it could probably be a situation like Joe Burrow where they said, it's not retired, but we're not going to give it out. You know?
And that's possible. That could certainly be the case. So that's the latest on the story is that LSU is not changing. DJ Pickett is not changing. And Jayden Daniels is focused on the season. Great. Fantastic. I don't know. I feel like, why are you reacting that way if Kiffin's the one that reached out to tell you?
Well, he did. He went on the up and up and went, and
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's the case, why is Jayden Daniels so, quote, disrespected and upset?
I don't
Per
know.
his statement that his people put out, that the family feels disrespected. The head coach, the new head coach who wasn't there when any of this happened,
I don't know. I
reached out to you. I don't understand that.
When a player has a season where they lose the opener to Florida State, when they lose to Ole Miss, and when they lose to Alabama, 42-28, they deserve to have their jersey retired, right? When they go 10-3 or 9-3, they go to, I believe it was the ReliaQuest Bowl, if I'm looking.
Oh, is that what it is? ReliaQuest
I
Bowl?
think Poinsettia, maybe? I don't know. It was a bowl game.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying 9-3 in a bowl game.
Well, he won the Heisman.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give him that.
Okay.
I'm not throwing shade. But I think there's a little bit of a difference between the team that Burrow was on that won the national title, going away in a laugher, in a complete blowout in the national title game as one of the best teams that we've ever seen in college football, and a quarterback that got his butt kicked in the opener against Florida State.
He beat Grambling 72-10.
All right.
Army 62-0.
310-840-4910. You can always text or call the Bleck Abdalla Show.
Mississippi State 41-14.
Sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting small businesses with affordable coverage options. Quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Any other box scores there?
Georgia State 56-14.
Does the defending champs' big move yesterday help them keep pace with the Los Angeles Rams? We'll tell you about that coming up next.
The Jonas Brothers will be going down under, performing halftime for Rams 49ers in Australia. Will Aaron Donald be on the field, making Kyle Shanahan call SOS? Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will be in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Abdalla, I'm going to need you to explain something to me. I'm confused. I follow the NFL a lot. I enjoy watching the NFL. We pay attention to the most transactional situations in the NFL. I understand the movement. I understand what's taking place. I don't understand what's taking place with Seattle. So Seattle makes a move yesterday. And you got to ask yourself, like, does this help them keep pace with the Rams? Yeah. On the field, it's a move that I think will help them keep pace with the Rams. What is the move? Terrion Arnold, 1-year deal to Seattle. Now, Terrion Arnold was released from the Lions this offseason because he's facing 8 felony charges stemming from kidnapping and robbery in February. So the Lions let him go. He might be placed on the commissioner's exempt list. Might. Has not yet been placed on it. Might. And then the last couple of weeks, he's been meeting with various teams working out. He's a former number 1 pick to the Detroit Lions. So, like, it's a big deal when they released him this summer after he was arrested and he's facing the charges. I don't explain this to me. Like, is it really, I don't know if cynical is the way to look at it, but is it really as simple as in the NFL, if it's your problem, you deal with it. But if it's someone else's problem, we bring him in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right? Like, I saw the story yesterday. I was like, Seattle, well, that's a good move for Seattle. Wait.
Well, here's the thing.
Terrion Arnold, wait, really?
Look, here's the simple thing is, they're charges. They're alleges right now, right?
Sure.
He's facing 8 felony charges stemming from a kidnapping and robbery in Florida early in February. So these are things that allegedly happen.
Wait.
And it's a 1-year deal to help their defense right now. Their great defense right now. And if the charges are 1, dropped, 2, if he's found innocent or not guilty, then it is an addition to their defense that'll help them immensely, right?
Yes, right.
Okay.
No, I understand that.
If if he's found guilty, if he is put on the commissioner's exempt list, then okay, whatever. They've already got a great defense. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that they are relying on.
I'm more laughing at the idea that the Lions made a statement by releasing a player that they just drafted a couple seasons ago.
Yes.
And then another team's like, yeah, it's fine for us. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, because I think
technically the Lions could have held on to him, and they could have seen if he was actually charged or if he is placed on the commissioner's exempt list.
Absolutely. Because it's also not exactly clear when he'll be available to play. Like, there was a rumor that he'll be available during the preseason. There's week 1 availability, week 2. Like, we don't know when he's going to be available to play even. So the Seahawks don't know. The Lions didn't know. I think when you go through the process of drafting and doing your research, and we know that these teams have, investigative detectives, and they go through this whole process of investigating all their things.
PIs and sleuths.
Absolutely. They've got their own sniffers. And so they go through, they're bloodhounds. They go through and they do their due diligence. And when it's your own player, it seems like it's your own responsibility, your miss.
Yep.
It's your due diligence and your responsibility to your fans.
Bad for the room.
Exactly. Yeah. It's your job for your fans to release the player. And for another team, it's okay to say, hey, we'll let the process play out. And if the process dictates that he's guilty or found responsible for these charges, then we'll release him. And it's not an issue.
2024 first round, 24th pick overall out of Alabama, Terrion Arnold, signs a 1-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks. You know, Seattle is featured on Hard Knocks right now. I've heard it's a decent show recently. I have not watched in years. I don't know. I feel like there's so much great NFL content out there that I don't need to have a set appointment each week to watch Hard Knocks. But the Seahawks are featured on it. Derek Hill was kicked out of practice. Take a listen to Mike McDonald kicking a player out of practice.
Derek, what are you doing? Why are you bull rushing right now near the quarterback?
I'm not trying to hump. I can't see behind me.
You can't be trying to hump right now. This isn't the time for it.
Whoa. Football noises.
Derek.
That away, good timing. That away, Sam.
Stay away from the quarterback.
How when I ran clearly past?
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
What do you want me to do?
Get him out. Get him out. Let's go. Get him out.
Damn. Oh, my gosh. What the?
All right, hold on. Before I finish the clip, doesn't it sound like just listening to the audio, like they're in a like a battle scene?
Yeah.
And they have to get him out of a situation where they're like in a helicopter and they're dropping a rope down and they're like, grab the rope, get him out, get him out, get him out.
Yeah.
Hey, you can complain all you want. You can complain all the you want. You're too close. That's twice. It's not smart. You can all you want. But it turns out I'm running the practice.
Oh, okay.
You can't be trying to hump right now. This isn't the time for it.
He was trying to hump.
Can't be humping.
He was trying to hump.
Can't be humping. Can't try to hump the quarterback right now.
So things going well for the Seahawks as they look to defend their title this upcoming season.
I think they're underrated right now. No one's talking about them.
No, I agree. We are. We just talked about it.
We just did.
Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks.
We just did.
Here on Bleck Abdalla.
We just did.
Hanging out with you, Westwood One Sports, each and every day until 3 Eastern. Abdalla, I know this was a big day. You're a huge music fan. You love music.
I am.
Big concert goer.
I'm going to a concert tonight.
Oh, where are you going? Who are you seeing?
I'm going to see a band called Fiddlehead.
Oh, okay, yep. I'm familiar with them.
No, you're not.
Not at all. Fiddles?
Fiddlehead.
But do they use fiddles?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. All right.
They do not use fiddles.
All right. I was wrong.
Lots of guitars and kicking people in the face and whatnot.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Pat McAfee.
Oh.
WWE wrestler. He's on College Game Day for ESPN. He is dipping his toe into the swimming pool of musical artists.
Is he?
He is. I don't know if you saw this today. His debut album was released today.
I did. I heard this.
Diary of a Polarizing Figure.
Oh, wow.
It's released today. A little sample. Do you want to hear a little sample?
Lay it on me.
McAfee. This is a song called Oops.
What?
Oops, I stirred another pot.
Okay.
Like, oops, I did it again?
All right, I'll start it again. I'll let you listen. All right, hold on.
Oops, I stirred another pot today. The devil showed up, now we're okay.
What?
It's a cold world, blocks hot souffle.
Okay.
And if we're all talking, I got a lot to say.
Ooh, he's swearing. Ooh, that's all right. Oops.
That's horrible.
He's stirring the pot. Oops. McAfee.
So bad.
Former punter. Another song on the album. New album released today. Good Times.
Good times.
Yeah, Good Times.
Good times.
I want a small town and a no dirt road. I want a creek bank where the water rolls slow. I can use a little sunset setting in your eyes. Cause only you.
What do you mean?
What in the AI country is that?
Sounds like GarageBand.
It
you know the program for Macs?
It sounds like someone put into AI, write me a country song.
You, baby, get me this high.
Let's see.
I want a guitar.
Guitar, yeah.
Okay. Does he mention a drink?
Some big old drums.
Drums. Okay.
So we can feel that no.
He's got to mention a drink.
I want some whiskey.
Oh, whiskey.
There it
He
is.
mentioned
All
a
right,
drink.
It's a country song.
Okay, we got a country song.
Good Times.
Good
there
times.
he is.
There we
McAfee.
go. There
All
we
right.
go. There we go.
And of course, it's a diary of a polarizing figure, right? That's the name of the album. So he has a song on the album titled Polarizing Figure.
All
He's
right. Gotta have a title track.
Polarizing figure, Abdalla.
Gotta have a title track.
McAfee.
Yep.
Now knowing am I blessed or am I cursed? Am I the best or the worst? Every day
So much auto-tune.
and now I pray I get the message. Am I blessed or am I cursed?
It sounds like
So much auto-tune.
It sounds like Aldi Morgan Wallen.
So much
Am I the
auto-tune.
best or the worst? Every day I ask these questions that I pray.
So much auto-tune.
All right, Abdalla. So that's the McAfee album. It was released today. Did you put into AI to come up with a Bleck Abdalla album for us?
I did.
Could you do that for us?
I did. Yeah.
All right. Coming up next, could you share with us, share with the class? So because a lot of this, it sounds like Chat GPT assisted.
Yeah, it just sounds
with this. The way it sounds.
The writing.
Yeah, the whole composition.
The writing.
I'm sure he's got real musicians participating.
The album cover.
It all looks like
very AI generated.
Yeah, so I feel like if we're on the same, right, we're national radio hosts as well.
It takes a lot to put out an album. Props to him for putting voice to wax,
hey,
man.
You got the cash, spend it. If that's what you want to do with your time, go for it.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah. Props to him.
If national radio hosts have albums, why couldn't the Bleck Abdalla show come up with an album? If all we have to do is put it into AI?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so coming up next, will you give us the titles of the album?
Sure.
The songs?
Yes,
and some of the
absolutely.
lyrics?
I will.
All right, that's next.
This is Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
That's right, Bleck and Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Hanging out with you until 3 Eastern. Right here on Westwood One Sports, Sirius XM Channel 375, and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. I'm Chris Bleck along with Adam Abdalla. If you want to join the show today, you can call or text us at 310-840-4910. Abdalla, today was a big day in the music industry. You are a huge music fan. You've been looking forward to today because Pat McAfee has released his album, his debut album, The Diary of a Polarizing Figure. He's a polarizing figure, Abdalla, and you're excited for new music on a Friday.
Don't do that to me.
What do you mean? Doing what to you?
Don't do that to me.
We're sampling tracks from the new album from McAfee. Oops. Yeah.
Stirred another pot today.
He's stirring the pot. Good times.
I want a small town and a no dirt road.
Sure. And he's obviously a polarizing figure.
Now knowing, am I blessed or am I cursed? Am I the best or the worst? Every day.
Man, I swear, if you said to ChatGPT, make me a song that sounds like a Morgan Wallen song, that's what this sounds like.
Does Morgan, okay, question.
Yeah.
This is a legit question.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Morgan Wallen. He's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I could go along with that. I do listen to his music, though, so I'm familiar.
He's not for me.
He's not your cup of tea, not your guy, not your
I
cup of tea.
think one of us attended a Morgan Wallen concert, though, right?
There's
I think
not
one
enough
of us
face
has.
kicking.
Yeah,
There's not enough. It's not heavy enough for me.
I saw him at Soldier Field earlier this summer.
There's not enough people jumping on stage and jumping off the stage for me.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Yes, not your guy, not your
Not
cup
for
of tea.
me. I'm not going to see Morgan Wallen tonight. Okay. Does he use that much auto-tune?
Sometimes, yeah.
And people like that? That sells out arenas?
Yeah, it does.
That's what does it for people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So McAfee's new album's out. Yep, it's there. You can find it. It's
there.
online.
Ringing endorsement from Chris Black.
Raj, I'm not trying to take shots. I'm trying to be as cordial as I can with this. I mean, what is this? This is nonsense.
You know how sometimes they put like the testimonial on something? I'm just envisioning. It's there.
It's there.
Chris Black.
It's there.
It's there.
It's released. It's there.
It's there.
You can listen to it on the internet.
It's got to be
It's
like one of
there.
those
He's a polarizing figure,
like commercials on TV. Well, it's like Diary of a Polarizing Figure. Now with songs like Polarizing Figure, Outlaws, Oops, Rich as Blank, Big Rain Coming, You're Alive, and Cheers to the South.
So here on the Bleck Abdalla show, we thought if one national radio host can have an album, why can't two radio hosts have an album?
Boy.
So the Bleck Abdalla show, we did what any radio host would do, and we asked ChatGPT to come up with an album of songs for the Bleck Abdalla show.
Okay.
If we were to put together a country album.
All right. So
what do you have over there?
I've got two versions of this album. We could do a double album if we wanted to.
Hey, your guy, Morgan Wallen, usually puts out double
He does.
albums.
He's got like I've read that he's got like 80 track albums because that's the key to the algorithm, right?
It's something.
Okay. Speaking of algorithms, there's a song about algorithms. So I've got two versions here because
song about the algorithm.
I asked two AI things. I wanted to drain two lakes.
Sure.
So I asked two AI chatbots to give me two albums here. The first album is called Burnt Jerseys and Broken Plays. 12 rounds of sports, heartbreak, and honest takes.
Okay.
The track listings are Never Sold My Hometown Jersey, The Algorithm Don't Lie, parentheses, but the refs do, Moral Victory Blues, $40 million Dirt Road, She Was Playing With His Hair at Practice, obviously a reference to Madison Beer.
Well done. Well done.
The Write-Off, parentheses, Embiid's knees, Man Purse Summer Ain't For Me.
That was something we talked about yesterday.
I know, it's AI. It goes off of our stuff.
Wow, that's pretty good.
60 million watched and we still lost.
Oh, that's a reference to the World Cup.
Yep.
Okay.
The Day Daddy Came Back to Cleveland.
Easy. Wait, what? Why?
It's about LeBron.
Oh, I know. Why would we be singing a song talking about LeBron as if he's daddy?
I don't know.
What?
It goes. It pulls all of the stuff we've been talking about.
It's because here on the show we kept playing those TikTok songs
That's
of
exactly
people
why. It's
promoting LeBron going to the Sixers.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give credit to the AI on that. That's pretty good to pull that we've talked so much this summer about that, to have us sing a song about it. Okay, all right. That's
and the
pretty
final
good.
track is called Never, and I mean never, going to fold. And the liner notes say this album is dedicated to every fan who ever posted a hot take at midnight, argued with strangers in their mention, stayed loyal to a team that didn't deserve it, and woke up the next morning ready to do it all over again. Y'all are the real ones.
Y'all are the real ones. We shout out to anyone that listens to the Bleck and Abdalla show. Shout out.
Here's the next album.
Oh, so okay, that's the first album.
Album
first
number
side.
2. Album number 2.
Okay, second
Album number
side.
2.
So are you and I gonna release the album like it's like we're Outcast? Where
No,
like
no.
My,
I would
my
say
album will have one theme and your album will have a different
I think
theme.
this is what we
This
do.
is not going to be speaker box and the love below.
No. This is like didn't like Zach Bryan release like an album and then like a few months later release like another album or something like that? Didn't like one of these guys like do that? I feel like a country person did that. I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up. This one's called Say It Like We Mean It.
Of course.
A 12-track country album about stubborn opinions, hard roads, good times, and saying exactly what we think.
Oh, good.
Of course, the title track is called Say It Like We Mean It. Ain't Nobody Gonna Tell Us Different. Long Way From Home.
Okay.
Hell, We Do It Again.
Do what again? What are we doing again?
It.
Okay.
It's this one's described as a whiskey-soaked look back at mistakes, risks, arguments, and questionable decisions. Maybe it wasn't always the smartest thing to do, but if given another chance, we'd probably make the same damn choice.
Well, that sounds just like the Bleck and Abdalla show.
Yeah. Track number 5, Everybody's an Expert.
Of course.
Number 6, Back Against the Wall. This track is described as the heart of the album.
Of course it is, yeah.
Ain't That the Truth? Number 8 is called Whiskey, Dust, and Bad Decisions. Number 9 is called Let 'Em Talk. Number 10 is called Heard It Down at the Zoo.
So out of all those generic titles, we have one Zunu reference?
Number 11 is called One More Ride. And number 12, this one is described as This One May Be the Anthem. May the Best Bowl Win. An anthem to the World Cup of Soup.
Oh!
No soup for you.
Bleck and Abdalla's World
That's great.
Cup of Soup.
Yes. Throwback to the World Cup, where Abdalla had soup every day here on the show.
So one AI chatbot took into account Zoo News and the World Cup of Soup.
Yeah,
and
but
one
all
took in
the
our
other
sports opinions.
All the other
one of them I said put it like make them kind of generic.
Yeah, because all the other titles on that second one are
pretty
all very generic.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you want me to go through the other guys?
Well, I mean, we okay. Here's my point: is you and I don't have anything that's cutting edge, like polarizing figure.
No,
we've got nothing there that's going to match with this.
I don't know. Man per summer ain't for me.
I mean, are you at your worst? Are you cursed? Wait, like, do we have anything like that on the Bleck and Abdalla show? I don't know if we do. I mean, do we have anything that's like, oops?
I stirred another pot today.
Are we stirring the pot? That's the question I want to ask here on today's show. Are we
pot
stirring
stirrers?
the pot?
I don't know.
Is that what's taking place?
Zoo News is stirring the pots.
No, I don't think so either. Or perhaps if you missed our show earlier in the week when Raj pretended to be the electrical substation in San Francisco, and we talked to him here on this show.
I went to the restroom real quick.
Yeah,
I have no idea what you're referencing.
Yes, I don't know if that's necessarily
I think the point is that
cutting edge.
We can't do this.
What do you mean we can't do
We
this?
can't put out an album like this.
By the way, speaking of
not-
AI, guys, I had to complete the AI, and we have your album art now. We have your album cover.
is it on
for
the YouTube channel now?
It's on the YouTube
okay.
chat. Parental advisory
what happened
is
to my
fresh
face?
on there.
Wait,
So for those
That
on the
just
YouTube
looks-
chat, they can take a look. This is a hot album. This is going to be tough to keep on the shelves. You know, all
look
those
much
shelves
more
across
like
the
a
country that
country
are
star than
selling
I do.
albums.
Like you look way more like a countryman, countryman
all right.
than I do.
I don't think that's something I can help with.
I don't look. I look.
Well, usually
like,
you don't see
I
country
look,
stars like Luke Combs with a double thumbs up on the album
I
cover.
look like Nate Bargatze's sidekick.
Yes, you do. You're gonna open.
You look like I look like the guy that's gonna warm up the crowd for Bargatze.
See,
By the way,
here's
the
where
Bleck
you're
and Abdalla
wrong,
album
though.
cover tagline: "Good takes, hot takes, Chicago takes."
Chicago takes. Yeah,
They
but
put
there's
that in
nothing
red.
where we're,
Stirred another pot today.
we're not stirring the pot.
No, we're not.
That's the
Not
problem.
nearly enough.
We don't have enough edge
Not
to the
nearly
show.
enough. No.
Raj, we're not polarizing figures.
Now knowing, am I blessed or am I cursed? Am I the best or the worst?
You guys are nuts, man. That's
we do
a
wear
bop
a lot
right
of black
there.
T-shirts.
Are we the best or are we the worst? I can't get over it.
Leaning towards the worst.
I can't get over it. I will say, you
Definitely
mentioned,
leaning.
Abdalla, that we can't get this done. We could get this done. We know people. We could get this done.
We know movers and shakers in the music industry.
We do know. We know one. We know people that could help with this.
We know one DJ.
Well, we know a DJ.
We know a DJ.
We also know you have a very nice relationship with a band.
I do know. Yes,
we
we
know
do.
people.
We
This
do
is
have
coming
friends of the
together.
show.
Yes.
We do have friends of the show. Shout out to Alkaline Trio, Dan Andriano. Shout out if he's listening.
Shout out.
Shout out to Dan.
Big supporter of the show.
Shout out to Dan. Not really country music.
No, but
it's completely.
music.
It would be a completely different album. Completely
Music.
different album.
You'd be able to help you out with this.
Completely different album.
Here's my point. If we put together a country album, if we were like Pat McAfee and we
No,
were polarizing figures,
I don't want to do that.
and we're stirring the pot.
I don't want to do that.
The two of us could open for Alkaline Trio somewhere.
I don't want. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, maybe open.
And our friends here locally in Chicago at NBC Tower,
Q101,
Q101, they could help us out with
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Come on, Abdalla.
Former Chicago Bull Jimmy Butler's working on a country album. Maybe we could get with his people.
Yes, because Jimmy Butler is a Renaissance man.
He is.
He's out there. He's got coffee. He's got country.
Yeah.
He's got it all, man.
Sometimes he's got an emo haircut.
Sometimes.
Former
Sometimes.
Chicago Bears tight end Zach Miller, country singer.
Yes.
Maybe we
We
could
talked
get
to
with
Zach
him.
Miller before.
We know Zach.
Yeah, we've talked to Zach Miller.
So
His
we
before.
know
album actually is
people.
pretty decent.
We know people that could help with this.
Yeah, we do. We do.
His album's actually it's decent. So you can always call or text the show at 310-840-4910. The texts are rolling in. So we go to the 501 bonus tracks for our album for you and I. Bonus track number 1, Easy. I like that. That's good. Easy. Number 2, You Scared?
You scared?
You Scared? Yeah, that's good.
That's a great track name.
That's great.
All right.
That's
All right.
great.
All right.
Let's see. From the 443, today's music is so trash. Pat McAfee couldn't be any.
Oh no.
Music couldn't be any worse. 90s music is goated. All genres. Derek in Baltimore. Shout out to Derek in Baltimore. Hopefully you're having a great Friday.
Yeah.
Here on the Bleck
A lot of
Abdalla
love
show.
For, a lot of love for Trio in the YouTube chat. Shout out.
Of course.
Shout out.
Of course. Dan listens to the show.
Shout
so shout
out.
out to
Shout
Dan and
out.
Alkaline Trio.
Shout out.
Of course. That's what I'm saying is if you wanted to put together the album, you could. you could get up there. See, I don't have a musical bone in my body. I can stand and observe and watch.
You got a tambourine in you? Can you count to 4?
Let me see. Let me try. Right?
In beat.
1, 2, 5.
Nope.
Ah,
you're screwed.
I messed up. Let's see. From
I
the
can just see you trying to we just turn your mic off. Your guitar's
I'm
not
just standing
Your
up there.
guitar's not plugged into anything.
I just want to
I'm
hear
just up
Abdalla
there.
like sing Zoo News. That's what's in my head right now. I can't get it out. Is Abdalla like singing about Zoo News?
I don't get this text from the 630, but it's not a surprise. From Lewis and Lyle,
Well,
who's followed the show from
yeah,
our days
well,
on the radio in
there you
Chicago.
go. Uh-huh.
His text says, Abdalla looks like a golden retriever, got a human's body. Just all happy, excited energy.
Okay.
What is that a reference to?
I don't know. Thanks, Lewis.
He is happy, excited. A golden retriever is a very loved dog. I think that's a
No, I
compliment.
know, but Raj, what is that a reference to? I don't know.
I don't think it's a reference. I think he was trying to give Abdalla a pick me up, a perk.
Just being a nice guy. How about
Being
that?
a nice
Abdalla?
fella.
Lewis
Sure.
is just trying to be nice.
nice.
It's a popular slang term for warm, cheerful, and fiercely loyal energy. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You had to look up golden retriever?
No, golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
I want to know if it was a slur. I made Chris walk
Bleck
off.
just walked off the show.
Oh,
What are we talking about, Abdalla? What's going on?
I have tears in my eyes. What kind of slur?
Golden retriever is a slur.
Jeez. See, and this is my point. We are not cutting edge.
No, that's why we can't do it.
We're not.
Okay, see,
We're not
see, you're gonna get us in trouble.
How are we gonna? How am I gonna get us in
man.
trouble?
I don't know. He's probably got people.
You can hear Abdalla dropping some bars about udon noodles. I mean, talking the baby giraffes.
First of all, I'll tell you this: the last thing I'm gonna drop is bars. I am never, ever, ever, ever in my life ever gonna attempt to rap.
Does McAfee rap on the album? Oh, he does. Wow. We don't have those clips.
Nope. I don't think we can play that.
I don't think they're clean.
Okay, all right. Hey, all we're doing is saying it's out. It's out today.
It's out, man.
It's there.
It's there.
It's there.
That's all we're saying.
Chris Bleck's
respect to him for putting himself out there like that.
Hey, by all
something
means,
I couldn't do.
Like I said when we started promoting this album, if you got the money, go for it, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I'll tell you what, if I ever hear Chris Bleck sign off the show instead of his normal thanks to Roy and Raj and Roy and Raj were there, I'll know exactly
And they were
how
there.
well I did on that day. Thanks for listening to Bleck and Abdalla. Raj was there.
Raj was there
I'll know.
today.
Raj was
in
there.
attendance today.
He was there. He showed up.
There's
That
a
was
lot
half the
of
battle.
great
Didn't do the other
preseason
half.
action last night around the National Football League. Now it's time for the NHTSA play of the day. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, drinking and driving will always change your whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA. Let's take a listen to last night. Fernando Mendoza, his first touchdown in the NFL.
Put it in the end zone. Try and tie up this game. Mendoza, quick throw. Whoa! And it's caught! The Mandalorian with his first Raider touchdown, and it goes to Jack Bess.
So there you go. Fernando Mendoza, his first touchdown last night, goes 10 for 16, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. First game for the Raiders, Fernando Mendoza. That's your NHTSA play of the day. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, drinking and driving will change your whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA. All right, so I think we should continue working on the album.
Yeah, well, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, we'll see if we can.
It'll be our it's our detox. It's our Chinese democracy. We'll it'll be a forever project.
It'll never be released,
It'll
but we'll
be
just be working on it for 20 and 30 years.
It's a forever project.
Maybe we'll roll it around for the reunion show, and we'll go on
our 40th anniversary.
Our retirement tour on it. So there you go. Has one team already turned some heads around this preseason? We'll answer that question and fill in the blank coming up next.
There's still 2 QB battles ongoing. In Cleveland, it's Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. And Atlanta's between Tua Tagovailoa or Michael Penix Jr. When the starter's named, we'll let you know. Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Hanging out with you live from Chicago each and every day right here on Westwood One Sports. Now it's time to go on out to parts unknown in Colorado, and that's where we find Raj Sharon.
And the next question comes from the line of Raj Sharan with Westwood One. Please proceed.
Please proceed. On a Friday, it's time for Fill in the Blank with Raj. What's up, Raj?
What's up, guys? Happy Fill in the Blank Friday. First question. My role on the Bleck and Abdalla album would be blank. I am just joking. I want nothing to do with that. Nothing.
You're the enforcer of the crew.
I enforce
of
nothing.
The band. Yes.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, guys. So we're going to get... Oh, you know what? Can I play my trumpet from high school? I played the French horn a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Can we work that in?
Yes, play your French horn. Yes.
The French horn. What if it was the only instrument? Bleck and Abdalla a cappella with me on the French horn.
With just French horn.
You'll be on the French horn. Roy will be the manager. Boom. Got crew.
Cowboy Roy.
We're
All right, guys,
together.
we're going to start off with a double blank. I don't know if we've ever led with a double blank, but we are leading with a double blank today. Never good to shoot blanks. All right, here we go, Abdalla.
All right.
The quarterback who gives the Raiders the best chance to win a game today is blank, comma, their starter this season should be blank. Go ahead, Abdalla. The quarterback who gives the Raiders the best chance to win a football game today is blank. Their starter this season should be blank. And by the way, the blanks could be the same name.
I think the best quarterback to give them a shot to win a game today would probably be Cousins. But their starter should still be Mendoza. Like, Cousins still has seen 1,000 games of football. He knows every scenario. He's seen all the defenses. He would know when to get, like, he's not gonna run out of the pocket. He's not gonna be mobile. He's not gonna extend plays. I understand that, but he's also not gonna turn the ball over like a bunch. He's not gonna throw the ball into double coverage. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna manage the game. He is going to move the ball down the field like we saw yesterday. Is he gonna beat the Seahawks? Probably not. But he's going to beat the Cardinals. He's going to beat the bottom of the barrel teams. That doesn't mean that Mendoza shouldn't be the starter, because the expectations for the Raiders are to not really compete and be, a developmental tool for Mendoza to get better as a quarterback this year and then maybe compete next season. So I think it's Cousins and Mendoza.
My answer is going to be Mendoza for both, because I think Kirk Cousins at this stage of his career, he's a sitting duck. He's not mobile. And at least with Mendoza, even though you have some ups and downs with a rookie quarterback, he will be mobile. He will be something the defense has to worry about. So I would say your best quarterback to win now would be Mendoza, and your quarterback to start the season should be Mendoza. And I get it. Kirk Cousins is an accomplished vet. He's played for a long time. He's a good quarterback. But I feel like the energy that would be sparked into the roster knowing that the next guy, the number one pick, is the starter playing in this game, I feel like that also brings the overall team up as well. So I would go Mendoza.
I like it. We've all covered the league long enough to know coaches play the guy they think that'll win. Even if the other one, it makes way more logical sense long term. They're like, this guy gives us the best chance to win this game. It's how coaches are wired off.
Well, and Raj, what's strange about the Raiders setting is that you have a clean slate. It's a new head coaching staff. Clint Kubiak. If this was a holdover coach, I would totally understand why they would make the mistake and start Cousins.
Yeah.
Because they're desperately trying to hold on to their spot. But since Kubiak is a new head coach in this spot, I don't understand.
You want.
Right. It's okay if it's bumpy to start. The point would be you start earlier, so then at the end of November and into December of this season, Fernando Mendoza no longer looks like a rookie.
Yeah.
He looks like a starting quarterback in the NFL, which tends to happen when you start from the very get-go.
Then the GM needs to get rid of Cousins, because these coaches, they don't do it. They go to the binky. Yep. The coaches always play the one they're most comfortable with. The other team, the team they played last night, was the Cardinals. They've actually played 2 preseason games because they played the Hall of Fame game. And boy, the offense has looked impressive in both, no matter who's under center, whether it's Carson Beck, Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Brissett. Everybody is looking impressive with Little LaFleur's offense. So I ask you this, Bleck. After 2 preseason games, I'm blank on the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm intrigued by the Arizona Cardinals. Intrigued. I think they have a nice weapon in Jeremiah Love, so I'm intrigued to see how that works out. I'm intrigued to see whether or not Carson Beck can play a little. Offense moving the football. I'm intrigued. That's my answer. I'm intrigued by the Cardinals.
Abdalla.
I'm the same. on the Cardinals.
Same.
Yeah, I'm the same I was.
You're intrigued.
Every
or
every word in the dictionary.
Your word is same.
No, I'm as I was before. I know what
Oh,
they're gonna
okay.
be.
I thought he was copying you, Black. I thought he was saying intrigued.
Same,
I
that's
got
what
you.
I-
No.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay,
I thought
Abdalla.
you were also intrigued.
Apologies, Abdalla. I'm sorry, Adam.
I'm the same I was before the game as I was after the game. This is a team that is Jeremiah Love and placeholder for their next quarterback. I don't think Carson Beck is going to be good enough to make them not want to draft the next quarterback. I don't think this defense is going to be good enough to keep them in games to not let them have a shot at a top 1, 2, or 3 pick. So I'm very intrigued by what Jeremiah Love can be and how good he can be, and can he be offensive rookie of the year and what they can do there. But other than that, I think that this is a team that's going to be drafting a quarterback next season. So that's what I thought that they were before I saw yesterday's game and before I saw the Hall of Fame game. That's exactly how I feel right now. So my mood has not changed about the Arizona Cardinals.
All right, guys. The funniest thing I saw on the internet yesterday were all the Jayden Daniels jokes until the Patriots game last night, when, I don't know if you saw this, Mike Vrabel absolutely chucked the challenge flag, like just full on heaved it. And the jokes afterward about interlocking hand were priceless. Abdalla, I asked
what were
you,
some of the jokes that you saw online?
My favorite, I don't remember all of them, but my favorite was Mike Vrabel tossing his phone at 3 a.m. in the morning when his wife is asking why he's getting a text update on the Domino's order. I thought that was pretty good. That was probably my favorite one. So I asked you this, Adam Abdalla. Mike Vrabel's toss of the red flag was blank.
Was him in one of those like anger rooms where he's got like the goggles on and he's got like a bat,
releasing
and he's just
some
smashing,
stress, as
like
they
one
would
of those
say.
smash rooms.
Yeah.
Was him in one of those axe tossing things? Was him releasing like
6
3
months
months of
or whatever it is.
tension,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
throwing
Easy.
that flag as hard as he possibly could, taking his anger out and just saying, I am about to this is what I need to do right now.
Easy.
So that's exactly what that was.
Yeah, with your releasing of your tension.
Well, I mean, we know he's probably, that's as much release as he might be.
Okay.
Wow, breaking news?
Let's
Abdalla's
stop.
got breaking news?
Just saying.
On the situation, do you have an eyewitness report?
No, I'm just,
Do you have new information for us?
Where's TMZ been?
They've been quiet.
Yep.
They've been, I think, handling other business. I think what they've been up to.
Oh, my gosh. Christopher Black.
I don't know what Abdalla was doing there. My answer
Yes,
is
you do.
I'm not going to take it into the gutter like Abdalla just
I
did.
didn't.
Inappropriate.
I took it into the smash room.
Okay.
Pardon, the expression, easy. My answer is it's efficient. It was an efficient throw. He made his point. It was efficient. Everyone saw it. The referees were able to review it. That's it. He was just making sure they saw it. Best way to do it. Launch it out there. I understand the jokes, but yes, I think it was just an efficient toss.
All right. The NBA
Raj, have you
released
ever had
their
an
schedule.
efficient toss?
No, I'm a very inefficient tosser, I'd have to say. The NBA released their schedule yesterday. It's not the same pomp of circumstances the NFL. Doesn't have as many implications, but there were some nuggets, some different things that came out of it of intrigue. I don't care about the specific dates, guys, but just in general, with the NBA schedule out, what's the game you're most excited for? Here's your fill in the blank. The NBA schedule is out. The game I'm most excited for this season is blank. Chris Black.
Okay, I'll go with a homer pick, but it's a nostalgia pick. I texted you guys this when I saw it because I was excited and I noticed it. The Chicago Bulls are set for 3 primetime games this upcoming season. They're not expected to be good. One of their primetime games will be on NBC television on a Tuesday night, December the 1st. Tuesday night, the Chicago Bulls will host the New York Knicks. NBC, NBA, Knicks, Bulls, that's going to be very nostalgia driven. I'm guessing the way that NBC will cover that game. a throwback to the way it used to be in the 90s when the Jordan Ewing rivalry was going on. So that's the game. And Raj, to your point, yeah, I mean, the NBA season, every team's playing, the 82 games. So, like, to pick out specific games throughout the calendar that's not opening night, Christmas Day, and like Martin Luther King Day, it's all just the games will happen type of thing to me, So that's my answer. I'll go Bulls Knicks December 1st, Tuesday night on NBC television.
Is Jordan involved? Is he back?
I don't know. I mean, Tarico had that, what?
I was going to say,
7
did you give 20 minutes to
with him
Tarico
last year?
There was like 3 of them, and like that was it.
Yeah, but it was all one sit down, and
I know.
they spliced it into like 2-minute pieces.
And we only saw like 3 or 4 of them, and that was kind of it.
So do they bring back Jordan for that game?
I would hope so.
Yeah,
that would be cool. That's the first one I noticed too when the schedules came out, because like I'm not combing through.
Has he been back to a Bulls game, guys? Does Jordan been around for a Bulls game? No. He doesn't. There was a big, I
wouldn't say controversy, but the Bulls in recent years have started to do a Ring of Honor, and they induct players and teams of the past to the Ring of Honor. And the first time they did it, they wanted to honor the 72-10 Chicago Bulls that won the 96 championship. And it was a big deal that, like, Jordan didn't even think about going to it.
Yeah.
Like, they had everyone else there, and then there wasn't like a side story that the Bulls didn't ask him until like weeks ahead of time type of thing. Like they had this entire event planned, and they asked Jordan like only a couple weeks before.
They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we should call MJ.
And it's like that's kind of the way they always do their business. So yeah,
I saw a list of the best games. This one looks cool. March 11th, Wizards at Mavericks. Debonsa against Cooper Flag. The last 2 number 1 picks.
All right,
I like that.
That'll be a
cool.
good game. Yeah,
that'll be
absolutely.
Cool. Yeah,
I like that one. All right, guys. And finally, the next person in the world of sports to release an album will be blank. Adam A. Abdalla.
I've got a good answer.
LaMelo Ball.
Oh, LaMelo. Okay.
LaMelo Ball.
That's a good answer.
LaMelo Ball.
I think people, Raj, for this fill in the blank, I think people should text the show, 310-840-4910. Who could record an album in the world of sports next, now that McAfee released his? My answer was going to be Tom Brady. Because Brady's going through like a whole midlife crisis.
By the way, that wrestling thing went
change.
nowhere. Remember we talked it went nowhere. He never
Nothing.
is one.
Yeah.
It was a one-off
Nothing.
stupid
Well, I'm
video
saying-
fanatics, and he went away. There was no
There's
wrestling
videos
match.
of him out there on yachts by himself. He's a lonely dude. Write an album. Release the album. Pay for it. Get out there. Become the next international pop star, Tom Brady. So that's my answer. And to Raj's point, you have McAfee with the album. I think, didn't Skip Bayless do like a song with Lil Wayne?
Bayless rapped.
Yeah,
once.
I mean, I think that was
Yeah.
a thing. Are you guys familiar with the Colin Cowherd collab with Maroon 5?
I am not,
All right,
but I
get
will
outta
be
here with
checking
that.
it out. No.
Get out of here with that.
You guys were both dead wrong on that one, because this is the easiest answer I've ever written in fill in the blank. He's right there in your city. He's everywhere. There's hundreds of pictures of him on NFL.com on Liam Cohen's phone. He's on the cover of Madden
Caleb knows
27.
better than
The
that.
about
Caleb
ball, dude.
Williams album
No.
will happen.
Caleb's not stepping in
No
the booth.
doubt in my mind.
No,
No
he's
doubt
about
it's
ball.
coming.
No, he's
No
not gonna,
doubt.
He's not going to pull a Shaq.
No way.
No
Get
doubt.
in the lab.
You know
No,
how many
no, he's-
bags he could pay for with an album? It's coming.
No, but
No doubt.
Raj, like, I don't think people know this. Like, Caleb is seen out very often in the city, but he's a stay-at-home Lego guy.
Yeah.
Like he's about ball, man.
He can
he's
build a
working on
studio
his
at home.
Legos.
You know
Yeah.
what? Kobe was all about ball too, but he was on an album with Tyra Banks. Like, it can happen.
Yeah, that's different though. Like, it's Tyra.
I mean, yeah, that's true. She definitely could move the runner.
Yeah.
I'd say that.
At the time?
From way downtown.
There's no way they pass
Bang.
up on this. This guy's everywhere these days. An album is
Caleb
coming.
Williams, come on, Raj. Don't do
He's
that to us.
everywhere these days. Everywhere. That does it for fill in the blank on this Friday.
Thank you, Raj.
Thanks,
that
Raj.
was
Thank
great.
you, fellas.
Bleck Abdalla, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save on commercial auto insurance from Progressive. Get a fast quote at progressivecommercial.com. Yeah, fill in that last blank. Who's the next sports person to release an album? Give us that name. text the show 310-840-4910. You didn't like the Cowherd Maroon 5 joke?
It was fine.
I think you're just upset you didn't think of it. I think that's the sell that you're giving me here on that one.
It's okay.
Did Aaron Rodgers' former coach throw shade at him recently? The future Hall of Famer? Decide for yourself. We'll tell you about that coming up next.
There's 3 preseason games tonight, and we're that much closer to the regular season. The Seahawks-Patriots Wednesday night opener is less than a month away.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Last night, NFL preseason action. The Steelers beat the Packers 28-9. Drew Aller was the one that stood out in that contest. He goes 10 for 13, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns thrown for the third-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers did not play in the game. He was on the sidelines. He had the headset on. He was there helping out throughout the game, as rightfully so. There's no need to play a player like Aaron Rodgers in the preseason. It's ridiculous, right? But you had the Steelers, new team, against his old team, the Green Bay Packers. Take a listen to this audio from Matt LaFleur. Did he throw shade at Aaron Rodgers while talking about Jordan Love?
He's got to be the best I've been around in terms of protections and adjustments, and rarely does he get out schemed. It's pretty remarkable, and that was all foreign to him coming into the league. And I think having the opportunity to sit back and learn from Aaron and watch him do it at the level he did it, I think was invaluable for him.
Okay, so is that a shot from LaFleur at Aaron Rodgers, or is it kind of like maybe this is the way Matt LaFleur was thinking? Seeing the rookie come in is what he meant by it's the best I've seen from a young player coming into the, because like Rodgers and LaFleur, Rodgers was already there, established by the time he got there to Green Bay. So is is it a shot at Rodgers, like a little shade, or is it one of those like he wasn't even qualifying Rodgers into the conversation because he was already developed and one of the best quarterbacks in league history by the time he got there?
Yeah, I don't think anybody was taking shots at Aaron Rodgers. Like, I don't think LaFleur, who's seen Aaron Rodgers play, had the experience with Aaron Rodgers, also seen the experience with Jordan Love, was taking shots. Like, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. LaFleur knows this. He's an offensive guru. He knows the game. He's seen the game. I don't think he's taking shots. Like, he's also not going to throw shade at his own quarterback and say, like, oh, yeah, Rodgers was better. I wish we had him. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to do that. So I don't think he's taking shots at anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think everything has to be, oh, well, by saying this, I'm taking a shot at this person. And by saying that, by not mentioning this person, I'm saying this. Like, he can just say, yeah, this is the guy that I've seen who can process, you know, a young player that I've seen process the best. When I got here, Rodgers wasn't young. Like, Rodgers wasn't a rookie when I got here. Like, he doesn't have to qualify everything.
And then that's why when I listen to it, that's how it sounds to me, because, you know, like you and I run into this from time to time. You know, someone will text the show, they'll call the show at 310-840-4910, and they'll say, hey, you guys mentioned the best point guards of all time, and you only mentioned that guy and that guy. What about this guy? You guys forgot this guy. And it's like, well, yes. In the context of the conversation, I'm not going to list off all of the 100 greatest point guards of all time in this conversation. So I do like the idea that LaFleur was talking about the situation more so, where a young quarterback coming in, learning from a vet, learning a new system, as a rookie, it's the best he's seen. You could also argue you've been in a bunch of different spots as an assistant, like as a head coach. This is your first head coaching job, so you really haven't had the development of a rookie quarterback many times, just solely as a head coach either.
Yeah. Like, what is, Like if that same question was asked to Mike Vrabel, is he going to say that Drake May's the best young quarterback he's seen? Or is he going to say Brady's the best quarterback? Like he'd probably say...
He probably wouldn't qualify Brady because he played with Brady.
He played with Brady. He saw Brady come up and all that kind of stuff. But he's going to say Drake May's the best young quarterback he's seen because, he had Tannehill there. Like he's going to say that it's Drake May. Like we know that Brady's the best he's ever played with because he was on the same team as Brady. Like we know that. We know the qualifiers. So I don't think it was a shot.
Yeah, and I would also say if you look at Matt LaFleur's track record in his career before he got the Green Bay head coaching job, offensive coordinator with the Titans, with the Rams, with the Falcons, quarterbacks coach in Washington, that Washington team from 2010 to 2013, I think that's the group that, there's 6 or 7 guys who turned out to be head coaches from that group. Mm-hmm. All the McVay, Shanahan, Zach Taylor. I think Zach Taylor was there or in that group as well at some point. The little Gruden, the second Gruden was there. The point I'm making is in all of those stops, the young quarterbacks weren't even that good.
Mm-hmm.
Like Atlanta had a good quarterback, but Matt Ryan was there for a while, right? By the time LaFleur's there, 2015-16, Matt Ryan's towards the end of his career.
Yeah, he's established. Yeah, absolutely.
So even Washington back then, it's not like they had a standout quarterback.
No.
That was a ascending top 10 guy like Jordan Love is. So, I don't think it's shade either being thrown at Aaron Rodgers. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app, hanging out with you until 3 Eastern each and every day right here on Westwood One Sports. Let's go to the phones at 310-840-4910. We were talking about Fernando Mendoza earlier. Mike in New York has thoughts on the Raiders quarterback. What's up, Mike?
Hi. Thank you guys very much for taking my call. I was in my car this morning on my way to get a haircut, and I was listening to you guys, and I heard you guys talk about Mendoza. And I discovered a newfound respect for Abdalla and promised myself when I got home I'd call in. And then when I was on hold, I found even more respect for Abdalla. So I tweeted on June 24th, you guys were talking about historical quarterback busts. And out of nowhere, towards the end of the conversation, Abdalla drops Mendoza's name, as the segment ends. And I'm just sitting in my kitchen listening. What just happened? So I tweeted him, hey, what just happened? And he responded, it was a joke because they're not going to start him. And, of course, he was right. And, of course, it was funny because it's sports. So I'm listening this morning, and he's changed his mind. He's gone from a bust to let's not, let's let this kid start. And then while I was on hold talking about him as a potential Super Bowl MVP this year, questioning whether or not they could beat the Seahawks, Adam, Abdalla, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for changing your mind. Thank you. And as a Raider fan, anytime you guys talk about them, I'm listening. Man, I'm so proud of you.
Mike, I have a question for you. Mike, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Was it a sweet haircut?
Of course, man.
All right.
Of
course.
It's
All right.
summer.
Good. All right, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks,
we
Mike.
appreciate it.
Call whenever.
Again.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
Mike in
thank
New
you,
York.
guys. Thank you very much.
Be like Mike. You can call the show 310-840-4910. Yeah, that was the question in my head as well as we were listening to the great call from Mike.
I was just trying to get a sweet haircut.
Was he like Todd Monken, and did he get a sweet haircut?
I was just trying to get a sweet haircut.
That's outstanding.
That's
so
great.
you flipped on Mendoza there.
I didn't. No one said. I literally said he's not beating the Seahawks.
Sounds like you flipped.
No.
Who has the strongest arm in the NFL? We'll talk about it next.
This is Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
This is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
That's right, Bleck and Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, Sirius XM, Channel 375, and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. Happy Friday. It's Bleck and Abdalla hanging out with you live from Chicago each and every day on the air until 3 Eastern. Then we'll hand it off to Jim Rome in the Jim Rome Show coming up at 3 Eastern right here on Westwood One Sports. You can always call or text the show at 310-840-4910. hanging out with you. Last night, we had a lot of good action in the preseason in the NFL. Saw a couple of rookie quarterbacks play well. Fernando Mendoza looked okay for the Raiders. Drew Aller looked good for the Steelers. So a couple takeaways from last night's action. Tonight, there are 3 games in the NFL. Denver at Atlanta, Tampa Bay at the Jets, and then Miami at Washington. So you got NFL action again this evening. There's also games over the weekend as well. And the note with the Broncos-Falcons game, because the Falcons are in a situation where it's a quarterback battle, tonight Tua Tagovailoa is set to start. Stefanski has said that he's expected to play 1 series or about 10 plays, as Michael Penix is still working up to being in a spot to actually be cleared to play fully. He's working out at camp. He hasn't been cleared to play fully in 11-on-11 yet. So right now that battle is going on. That's like the quarterback battle to watch tonight.
Yeah.
Is like 10 plays. Let's see what Tua can do against a good Broncos defense where many of the starters will not be playing either. But that's the action tonight. Last night, Mendoza, I thought, looked the part, right? There were ups, there were downs, but he looked physically able and capable of being a starting quarterback in the National Football League. Quite honestly, he looked capable of being the #1 overall pick. So that's my takeaway last night. 10 for 16, 97 yards, 1 touchdown from Mendoza. I thought it was a good first start for Mendoza and the Raiders.
Yeah, he didn't look like the moment was too big for him. Now, again, it's preseason. He knows it's preseason. Stadium's half full. Everybody was cheering. Like, when he came in, you could tell. Like, everybody was excited.
It's a big moment,
to
man.
see Fernando Mendoza. It's a big deal. And I think that he looked poised. You know, that first drive, the touchdown drive, was really good. And then you started to see a little bit of the breakdown. When the pocket broke down a little bit, he was quick to move, sometimes a little bit too quick to tuck and run, but he did get the ball away. He took a few hits. He did overthrow a couple times, you know, a little too much zip on the ball, but you could tell he's got a big arm. He's a big, durable quarterback. He's 6'5". So like, he's got a decent size to him, and he can run when he wants to. Like we saw in the national championship game. That's how they won. Putting his body on the line, jumping over the goal line. That's how they won the game. So I think that he showed yesterday that there's not necessarily any reason for the coaching staff to go away from what they said. They've determined that, you know, Kirk Cousins is going to start. That's set in their mind. But I don't think that there's a reason that they shouldn't consider it. Like you saw the offensive line play well for Kirk Cousins. You saw them blocking for Ashton Genty. You saw everything go smoothly in the touchdown drive for Kirk Cousins. There's no reason why you can't put Mendoza behind that line and say he can play well. He's not going to get killed. He's not going to be running for his life. He can operate within the offense behind that line and operate well enough that this is a developmental year. You saw how the defense played. It was bad. The defense is nowhere near where the offense is going to be. Also, another reason why they should be trading Max Crosby before we get to the start of the regular season. So there's a lot of things going on with the Raiders, but the one thing that we saw yesterday is that the future of the franchise, Fernando Mendoza, was probably worth the #1 overall pick, and he looked the part in his first 4 series yesterday.
It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Steelers and Packers. Drew Aller looked good, and I think that was the surprise of the night. The surprise of the night was the fact that Aller was out there through 2 touchdowns, 153 yards. I was surprised. You know, I had the same thought last week when Carson Beck was out there for the Cardinals. Again, it's a grain of salt thought, right? Like, you can't go and take opinions off of what you're seeing from 1 quarter, 1 half of preseason football.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying for 2 quarterbacks who I thought wouldn't be good in the NFL, they surprised me in their first start. Aller out there last night against the Packers, moving the football, looking the part. That's a compliment. It really is.
100%,
I was surprised.
100% agree with you, but I have a different surprise of the night. I'll get to that in a second. I have one 100% agree with you on Drew Aller.
Tease me with your surprise.
Easy, buddy. Mike McCarthy, the quarterback school is working. Drew Aller has completely changed footwork, everything that he was doing at Penn State. He looks like, again, look, this is against even threes, third stringers, guys that might not even end up making the team, you know, that he's playing against. But what he's doing in getting the football, getting the snap, changing his footwork, getting the ball out faster, it looks completely different. And this is what Mike McCarthy was brought in to do, is yes, tread water with the Steelers, get them and try to get them to the playoffs. That's what he's brought in to do, but also develop the future of the Steelers and continue to keep them in the playoffs and a championship caliber team, whether that's with Will Howard, Drew Aller, or whoever's next. And if it ends up being Will Howard or Drew Aller, that's great for the Steelers, unless they're picking high or picking in the middle of the rounds next year, or maybe trying to recruit a Baker Mayfield, or, which leads me to my surprise of the night, is why the hell was Joe Burrow out there getting hit multiple times in the rain in the preseason for no reason? For no reason whatsoever. Absolutely no reason for Joe Burrow to start. I get it. He wants to go out there and go through the process of stretching, getting the pads on. You want him to go out there and hand the ball off 3 times and call it a day. That's fine. Throw a couple screen passes. That's fine. I get it. But this dude was standing in the pocket. He got sacked once. He got hit. Then they go out, drives over. The other defense goes out, whatever. Then you come back.
Great breakdown.
You see that it's rain. I don't care what the defense does. Whatever. It's preseason. I don't care.
Defense goes out there. Whatever. I want to hear that on like the NFL Network, a breakdown of
Doesn't
the
matter.
highlights.
I care about Joe Burrow. I don't care about their defense right now. Doesn't matter. That's not the point of the story.
Go out there.
Not
whatever.
Not part of the surprise. Then they come back from break. You see that it's raining. You see that the rain is falling. And they cut to Joe Burrow. He's going back out onto the field to what? He literally gets hit again.
To get hit again, yes.
He's getting hit again. He doesn't get sacked, but he gets the ball out and he gets hit again. Why are you doing this to a guy who missed time last season?
Why are you doing this?
What is going on? It made no sense to keep Joe Burrow out there. Are you trying to get him hurt in a meaningless game before the season starts and completely tank your season? Ridiculous.
I agree with you. I totally agree. And I was also stunned when I saw him out there getting hit. Like the first time. All right, you're out of the game. Come on, pal. We're not doing this.
If I was a Bengals fan, I would be livid.
I would be too. No matter who your team is. If you have a top 15 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
So you're not in a quarterback battle. The guy is the starter, and you're a team that is expected to compete / trying to win a championship. You should be pissed.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. No team. Insert team. Dallas Cowboys. Dak shouldn't be out there playing in the preseason.
Getting
Who
hits?
cares?
Are you kidding me?
It's
Josh
stupid.
Allen?
I even thought
Lamar?
I was surprised when I flipped on the Steelers game. Steelers-Packers, I was surprised to see Jordan Love under center for the first play of the game. Like, I was surprised that Jordan Love was playing.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports. 3 games tonight. Broncos, Falcons, Buccaneers, Jets, Dolphins, and the Commanders. It's Bleck Abdalla as we count down the days to the start of the NFL season. Here on the show, it's a segment we like to call the Summer of Football.
I proclaim this the summer of
Football!
What the hell's going on out here? We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. Only Brett Favre could do that. I don't care what you say.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
We need a National Guard. We need as many men as you can spare because we are killing the Patriots.
The Summer of Football with Bleck and Abdalla.
I throw, you catch. It's not that hard, okay?
Westwood One Sports, your home for the NFL, including the season opener with the Patriots and the Seahawks, and Super Bowl 61. You can listen to it right here on Westwood One Sports. We are now 26 days away from the start of the NFL season. 26 days away.
Man.
From the NFL season starting.
We are matriculating our way through the summer. We're also starting a new countdown, 6 months until the Super Bowl from today.
From today.
From today.
The 6-month mark.
Well, yeah, it's August 14th.
Los Angeles.
Make your plans now. The Super Bowl is
California.
on Valentine's Day. So you've got us.
Did you forget that?
No, I knew it was
date?
Valentine's Day.
The 14th of February?
14th of February. And for everybody that's like, oh, we should have the Monday off. You've got the Monday off this year. It's President's Day.
But
So,
Adam, what about what are we going to do with our wives and girlfriends?
I don't care.
It's Valentine's Day.
Figure it out. That's your problem. You've got the day off. Everybody gets the day off this year. That's always a big. Should we get the Monday off? Ugh. Yeah, you get it off. You get it off this year.
Who are you impersonating?
I don't know. People that want the day off. People that need the day off after a sporting event. That involves two teams that like 90% of the people watching the teams aren't involved.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, say you're an Eagles fan and you stay up all night sliding up and down the pole, isn't that what they do? Don't they grease the poles?
They do have to grease
in
the poles.
Philadelphia?
Yeah,
Come on now. I'm talking
uh-huh.
about football. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just like the Abdalla voice. Can that Abdalla voice have a conversation with Bleck doing his Mr. Williams voice? Because I think that would be really good.
Yeah, Raj is, and we will get to the summer of football. What Raj is pointing to is on our old show, when we were on locally in Chicago, the Bleck Abdalla show, by chance of a situation.
Chance and circumstance.
Yeah, we were the first radio show in the city of Chicago that talked to Caleb Williams when he was drafted by the Bears #1 overall. And at the end of the interview, I had to let Caleb Williams know in my most pathetic fanboy spot ever. I had to let him know that I'm also a USC fan.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a Bears fan and a USC fan. This is how it sounded. This is the day after Caleb was drafted by the Chicago Bears.
We're going to let you go. I do have to do this before we let you go. Fight on. I'm a USC fan, so this is also a great day for me. So.
Oh, yeah. So fight on and bear down.
That's it. Thanks, Caleb. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb. Thanks, Caleb. This is a great day for me.
This is a great day for me.
Thanks for
We're going to
granting-
let you go. I do have
thanks
to
for
do this
granting my
before we let
wish.
you go. Fight on. I'm a USC fan, so this is also a great day for me. So
Great day for me.
So fight on and bear
It's
down.
not a great. It's not.
That's
It's
it.
not like
Thanks,
it's a
No, but
great
see,
day for
Abdalla
him
is
or anything.
doing
It's a
the
great day
Bleck
for me.
voice. I want to hear
me.
Abdalla doing the voice of the person who asks what to do Valentine's Day with the Super Bowl, having a conversation with the Mr. Williams voice. Can we do that?
Oh, we can't have the day off. Oh, we need the day off after Valentine's.
You need to settle down.
Oh, we need the day off. Oh,
I don't think you can handle a day off.
We need the day off.
What are you going to do with your day off, mister?
Oh, I can't handle my
Mr.
alcohol
Day
on
Off?
Super Bowl Sunday.
It's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, there you go, Raj. You ask and we deliver for you. All right.
Can we
so
put that
there
on
it
the
is,
album?
Yeah,
Can we
throw
put
that on the album.
That'll
Yes.
be like after 4 minutes of silence after the last track.
It'll be the hidden just
Yeah.
little
It's like an
treat.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Man, do you remember when albums had that?
Yeah.
That used to be so cool.
Yeah, it was on Dookie.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
There was the hidden
There was like 5 minutes of
skit.
silence on Dookie, and then they had the
Green Day
All by
album.
Myself. Yeah.
It was great. All right. So there you go. That's the Caleb Williams when he was on the Bleck Abdalla show the day he was drafted by the Chicago Bears. Hey, man, Mr. Well, this is really big. This is a big special day for me.
This is a big special day for you. Not the greatest day.
yours.
Not the greatest day of his life or anything.
It's not a big special day for you, but for me, it was a big special day.
It was
of
the
course.
greatest day of Chris's life, and for Caleb, it was Tuesday.
To be fair, Caleb played along, right?
He did.
He gave us
He
a
did.
fight on and a bear down.
Yeah, because he was
fight
on. He
on
was
and bear
putting
down.
he was on. He knew he was on live.
That's our guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Caleb
not like you were
Williams.
talking to Nick Saban and said "Roll Tide" and he hung up on you or something.
Yeah, well, and
Well, listen,
that did happen when
He
we
knew
were
it was recorded.
when we were working at
He's a
the
busy.
old place.
He's a busy man. He had other interviews
The
to
Bleck
do.
Abdalla show talked to Nick Saban.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good day, man.
You too.
Have a great day, Coach. Roll Tide.
Yeah, he moved on.
Silence.
Click.
He moved on. Listen,
The
you
digital hang up.
That's fine.
Just Saban didn't roll tide you.
You know your dad loves you, and he doesn't need to say it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to say it on the air to have my quarterback
Sure.
say "fight on" and bear down to me. Like I'm making a wish. Like I need my kid to make. You want me to take you to Disney World next?
No.
Is that your next wish?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God, what a pathetic moment. And quite honestly, listening back to it, each time that we play that, I feel like I sound worse. Like each time it happens, like it is bad. That's great. All right, summer of football.
Anyway.
On ESPN.com, Dan Orlovsky put together a list of lists.
Did he?
He came up with different skills for quarterbacks, and he listed off who are the best at each skill. And so in the article, you have things like mechanics, pocket presence, rushing ability, and then arm strength.
Okay.
Strongest arm.
All right.
Who do you think has the strongest arm in the NFL?
Who could throw a football over the mountains?
A country mile.
Well, I know Caleb's got a strong arm since we're talking about Caleb. I know that Herbert's got a strong arm. I know Josh Allen's got a strong arm. And I know that the older guys do. I don't know. Mahomes is not an older guy, but he's getting up there. But Mahomes has always had a strong arm too.
Mahomes is getting up there. Are
I
we
mean,
breaking news?
No, he's not a rookie, and he's not.
Mahomes is 30.
Okay,
he's getting up there.
I mean, he's not 20.
The dude's gonna play for like 12 more years.
I don't know about that.
How old is Aaron
Rodgers?
Rodgers?
Torn an ACL. Aaron Rodgers is different.
Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles.
Okay, cool.
Aaron Rodgers is 42.
Aaron Rodgers should not be playing right now.
Let him play.
Okay, good for him.
Okay, continue on.
I'm going to say those guys.
Okay, you looked at the column.
I have the column
list,
in front of me.
Yeah, the list from Dan Orlovsky. The strongest arm in the league, Josh Allen. Number 2, Justin Herbert. Number 3, Caleb Williams. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would, I think someone that doesn't get a lot of credit, that I think their arm strength is pretty great, is Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
If we're coming up with the list of the best arms in the NFL, I've always been amazed at what Stafford can do.
Okay.
Even with the Lions back in the day, like he always had a pretty strong arm.
Yeah.
So Orlovsky goes through all the different attributes. Is there anything else that you see from Orlovsky's column on ESPN that you want to point out as far as ranking quarterbacks by trait?
From the other traits here, like the ball placement, obviously you've got Stafford and Drake May 1-2. It's not surprising. They were both MVP candidates. Stafford won. Drake May came in second.
How do you not have Aaron Rodgers?
He doesn't have it anymore, man. I mean, look at how he played last year. He just doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
He just doesn't have the touch anymore. That's why I said he probably shouldn't be playing this year. Look at the guys he's got there. Stafford, May, Darnold, Burrow, Goff, Love, Allen, Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott. All guys that we consider top 10 quarterbacks.
All he's saying is that best signal callers and individual skills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, overall, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best of all time as far as ball placement.
I would say decision-making. I'm surprised that Aaron Rodgers isn't in decision-making.
Okay.
Because that's
fair.
where you could say you would put Aaron Rodgers in that category.
Okay, so here's another one. Because we can all relate to this. We're watching football. Who had the best mechanics? Best mechanics in the NFL. Here's the list from Orlovsky. Number 1, Stafford. Number 2, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Number 4, Goff, Prescott, C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Do you watch Daniel Jones and say to yourself, boy, the mechanics are impressive with Daniel Jones?
I mean, his
I've never thought that watching Daniel Jones.
He's pretty robotic. I mean, he just kind of, I don't see a difference between him and, I know Jared Goff is great. Daniel Jones
Goff I could see.
Is fine. I don't think he's number 3 by any means. I wouldn't put him up there. I'd probably rank him a lot lower, but I could see him being in this rankings.
All right, so you can find that on ESPN.com. Orlovsky ranks a bunch of different traits by quarterback. And that's your summer of football focus today, day 26, until we get to the regular season kickoff. Seahawks and Patriots from Seattle to start the NFL season. 26 days away.
That's it.
It's pretty
Almost
great.
there.
It's pretty great. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Did one team make their quarterback look bad on purpose this week? We'll tell you about that coming up next.
The Jonas Brothers will be going down under, performing halftime for Rams 49ers in Australia. Will Aaron Donald be on the field, making Kyle Shanahan call SOS? Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
is Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
We love football. We consume football. We see football on our social media. There's a thing that's kind of going around, Abdalla, here in training camp because, like, context matters at training camp. You and I have covered training camp practices before. We've gone to camp before in the NFL. We've stayed overnight and had to wake up early to see the early two-a-day practices back in the day when NFL teams had two-a-days. Back when most NFL teams went away from their practice facilities. The Chicago Bears used to go about an hour and a half south of the city of Chicago to Bourbonnais, Illinois for training camp. They used to go to Wisconsin way back when for training camp as well. And it's a great atmosphere, right? People who don't usually get to see the team get to come out to the practices. All the players are there. Late at night, you go to the local bar and you got players, coaches, people covering team. Everyone's in the same establishment because there's only two options, right? Like, it's a lot of fun. With that said, when you're there in person, context matters, right? Sometimes quarterbacks are working on specific things. Sometimes they're told to cut off one half of the field, only pass to the one side. And the reason I'm saying this is clips during training camp get posted by teams, and people rush the judgment. And they see a clip of something, and they say, oh, this guy threw an interception. But, like, in reality, it is possible that from that clip, the offense was only allowed to do one or two things against the defense. And so all of the options for the quarterback weren't there because he's working on something specific, right? So, like, you throw a pick, okay, whatever. They're working on something, right? Like, you don't pull something out of that and have an opinion. But because of clip culture today and the rise of social media and the obsessive nature of the NFL, that these clips go out there and then they go viral. So are teams making their quarterbacks look bad by posting clips that sometimes feature defensive players making plays on the football? You see what I'm saying? Because, like, if you post a clip of a defensive back intercepting the football, running it back for 6, if the backup isn't the one throwing the pick, it makes the quarterback look bad.
Yeah, it does.
And so one specific situation of that, I feel like I've seen a lot of that here in the last couple weeks as NFL training camps kind of kicked off. The one that I think is most notable, based on kind of how the offseason played out, was in Philadelphia. So there's an online clip from practice, slow-mo start of the play, Jalen Hurts dropping back, and then, like, NFL films, throws the football and you see the spiral of the football and you don't even see the receiver.
You're like, oh, that's a good throw.
And you don't see him in the shot, right? Because the shot is from the back of the defensive backfield. So you only see the quarterback throwing. So you know that at some point there's going to be a receiver that darts in front of the football for a reception. Because, right, like, the Eagles posted this. And in the play, instead of a receiver, you get Quinyon Mitchell come through and he gets the interception and then plucks it. Interception, Eagles.
Yeah.
And it makes Jalen Hurts look bad.
Yeah.
Is that done intentionally? Like, are the teams, like, in situations like this, because Jalen Hurts has had an interesting offseason.
Yeah.
There was the piece that was released on ESPN.com, a hit piece, I think, where sources were saying that Jalen Hurts is freelancing. He's telling players in the huddle to just go 4 verts, which is not in the playbook. Is something like that, posting your starting quarterback throwing a pick, is that intentionally making the quarterback look bad? Is it not intentional? What do you make of this?
I don't know, because sometimes the social media team works together with the football operations to put out certain things, and sometimes they don't. Like, there was a time here in Chicago where we broadcast from where the Bears signed, I believe it was Mike Glennon, right? Before they drafted Trubisky.
Oh, yeah, the QB1 thing.
And they put, the social media team put out QB1, and it was for Glennon.
On a social media
on
post.
a social media
Yeah.
post, and they had a picture of Mike Glennon, and they put out a picture, and it said QB1, and the coaching staff found out, and they were pissed at the social media team for doing that, because they're like, listen, we don't know who we don't know who QB1 is yet. Like, come on, what are you doing? So like, there's times where like we're just filming things and it's a good play and we got a cool video, and like we got this slow-mo video of a cool play from a cool angle. Like, let's put this out, right? And it's like, hey, the Eagles spent a lot of money on their defense this offseason. Let's highlight some defensive plays.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Mitchell's one of the best in football, too.
Exactly. So let's highlight some defensive plays. So you can take it either way. If I was Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't be happy about it. Like, I would be like, hey, guys, like, what are you doing?
Well, and that's why I set up the conversation with the context of quarterbacks throw interceptions in practice. Like, sorry to break it to people, but that happens.
Yeah.
Now, if you have an elite of the elite quarterbacks, yeah, it's possible that they go through scrimmages and practices and they don't throw picks. It's possible.
Yeah.
But it happens, you know? So I don't think they were intentionally trying to make Jalen Hurts look bad. I do think it's kind of funny that that's the way it kind of...
I'm looking at the post right now. It was Andy Dalton.
Oh, it was the Andy Dalton. Yeah, QB1.
Right now. They still have... You can still look at it.
It's still posted?
It's still up there. I'm looking
That's
at
great.
it.
Yeah, when the Bears signed Andy Dalton. Yeah, okay.
I'm looking right at it.
QB1.
It's still up.
The coaching staff's like, we didn't say that.
I looked it up. Yeah,
It's just the social media team doing that.
It's still up.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. So, I mean, but teams have been doing that, and especially in these quarterback battles. If you're in Atlanta or if you're in Cleveland, you know, like the Cleveland clips that are posted, none of them make any of the quarterbacks look good.
No.
All of those quarterbacks look
But
like...
you either post the backup, or you post like the third string quarterback throwing it, like you know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, any clip from Browns practice is likely to show Watson or Sanders throwing bad passes.
Exactly.
Because that's just the way their camp has gone.
For sure. So I don't know. I guess I don't think so. But again, you never know. You never know. I mean, there were reports that they were looking at maybe ways to replace Jalen Hurts if things don't go the right way. I think they like Jalen Hurts. I don't think this is a way to move on from Jalen Hurts, but you never know. I think this was just social media team finding a cool shot and putting it out there.
It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. I saw this earlier today. So we had a story last week talking about, you remember this story from Chargers camp? That after practice, it was like a friends and family gathering where wives, girlfriends, family members were on the practice field, and Justin Herbert was sitting there on the field with Madison Beer.
Yeah.
His fiance, right? Or are they married? They're together.
I think his fiance.
Yeah, so he just gave her the ring, right? So, okay. But the point of that is that they were sitting there together on the practice field, and she was running her fingers through his hair, right? Like it was an adorable moment on the practice field.
So cute.
So we talked about that last week on the show. I saw a story earlier today from Front Office Sports. Here's the tweet, and then I'll give you the headline and the story here on this. So the story is this from Front Office Sports. The tweet reads, videos of NFL quarterbacks sharing moments with their significant others at training camp have gone viral in the past week. Turns out they are partly coordinated. A source close to the league tells Front Office Sports they are part of a content campaign. So you want to ask why Bleck and Abdalla are always cynical of everything we see out there on the internet. So the Madison Beer and Justin Herbert canoodling on the football field. And so if you go to the story, NFL WAGs at practice are part of a coordinated content rollout. The viral training camp moments are a part of the NFL's larger strategy to reach women and girls.
Interesting.
So it's not, and if you read through the story, it's not that the NFL is planting the girls and the wives and the girlfriends in these situations. It's just they are intentionally
taking pictures and putting the pictures out there.
Yes, taking the pictures, posting them, and then trying to get them to go viral because they are trying to use Madison Beer's entertainment celebrity status to promote the game to women who maybe are not football fans.
Yeah, they didn't say, hey, Justin Herbert, you got to date Madison Beer. You got to marry her.
No.
This is fake. And then she's got to show up at camp. They're like, let's get a picture of them together.
Yes.
And then let's post it on social media. And then all the Madison Beer fans will start looking at football the way all the Taylor Swift fans
and it gets in
started
the
watching.
algorithm. And the article actually does point out that because what they mention in the article is that there's 3 quarterbacks specifically. It's Justin Herbert, it's Joe Burrow, and I believe it's Jackson Dart. All 3 of them are either married or have a fiance or are dating women who have huge Gen Z social media followings. So that's what it's pointing to, is that all 3 of those women, let's see, Dart is with Marissa Ayers. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
And then Joe Burrow's, as the article writes, rumored girlfriend, Olivia Ponton.
Okay.
Apparently, those 3 women with Madison Beer have huge social media followings. So the NFL has specifically tried to coordinate viral canoodling at camp videos of the 3 of them. And if you look at the article, it does have photos of Jackson Dart sitting there canoodling on the football field. Joe Burrow. Little canoodle. On the football field.
There's the noodle.
Easy.
Oh, canoodle.
Canoodle. So that is, and in the article, it says that the league is trying to use the momentum that they got from Kelsey and Taylor Swift, and that they're trying to reach the audience of women and girls based on that. And that's what the article is about, is from Front Office Sports, that this is a calculated effort by the NFL to get those images out there and to get them to go viral. And essentially, the NFL is just playing a little TMZ there.
Yeah, not surprised.
Like, that's what it is,
and
right?
Y'all wonder why we question...
We question everything.
We constantly have the tinfoil hats
Everything.
on. We constantly have the tinfoil hats on.
Hey, Bleck Abdalla, it was just a sweet moment on the football field. Justin Herbert and his love on the field.
Whoa.
Just a sweet moment.
It was.
No, man. As the headline says, coordinated content rollout.
No. It was a sweet moment, but that moment's being exploited for financial gain.
Fine.
For financial gain.
So I saw that. I saw that this morning. I was like, oh, man. Abdalla would love this. Like, you want to talk about conspiracies? We were all over that, right? Like, that's what it is. I do also have a second question.
Shout out Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Are you looking at his game?
Jackson
is that
Dart
what you're checking out?
You might move up on the
What's up?
the power rankings for
really?
for quarterbacks. Yeah.
You're checking out his football there.
I'm just saying that
you're looking at his tape?
Jackson Dart might need to go up on.
You watching tape?
He might need to move up on the quarterback rankings we just did for summer of football.
Wow. Okay. Good arm.
His mechanics might need His mechanics might need to improve.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're doing a film breakdown.
The
full thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Of his abilities.
Great. I do have to ask this question. And Raj, in parts unknown in Colorado, I want to bring you into the mix as well, because I think you might be able to help us with this. Is there something in the water on the Westwood One Sports Show that's on before us every day? Is there something going on in the water? Speaking of Justin Herbert, I mean, last week Nick Kostos gave us this.
Do women find Justin Herbert to be very attractive?
Which is funny, and we had a good conversation.
Yeah.
Because I don't think if he didn't have the flowing hair and the height and the fact that he's an NFL quarterback, I don't think women would.
Do women find Justin Herbert to be very attractive?
Sometimes being tall is all the personality you need.
Yes, that and money.
No, that too.
Usually money helps as well.
Yeah, that too.
Kostos also added this last week. And Nick Kostos hosts before Bleck Abdalla on Westwood One Sports.
Shout out.
Carried on various affiliates around the country. And also, you can listen to Nick on the Westwood One Sports app before
Shout
us
out,
each
Nick.
and every
Shout
day.
out Bill
He does
Zimmerman,
a great
too.
job. What's
Shout
that?
out.
Shout out Bill Zimmerman, too.
Yeah,
Buddy.
Zimmerman's a man. Bears fan. It's our guy.
So I know who Madison Beer is. Is she a pop star? Does she have any songs that like anyone knows?
No, not really.
I don't
so
know.
Nick's right on that. So that was last week. So my question to you guys is this.
I don't know who any of these wives and girlfriends are. You said names that I have no idea.
Madison Beer, I've seen.
I don't know
I've
who
at
any of
least
these girls
seen,
are. Now I know who they are.
What you're doing a film breakdown.
I'm doing my
you're
due
studying,
diligence. It's
yes.
my job. It's
Yeah,
my
well,
job. It's my job.
You have your Phil Steele prep.
Yeah,
for the season.
My Phil Steele magazine. Yeah.
you've
My
got-
Phil Steele book. I got
Love
rankings.
the Phil Steele book.
Yeah.
I got
That's great.
returning starters. I got everything.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna talk to coaches and everything.
Here's my question: what's in the water on the show that's ahead of us? Because Costos last week gave us,
Do women find Justin Herbert to be very attractive?
and then this week he gave us this.
And I don't care where you lean politically, AOC's hot. Just saying.
But what is he doing?
That was on it. That had no context whatsoever. I was listening when he said that.
What is Costos doing?
That had no context whatsoever. By the way,
Oh,
no
man.
context.
And I don't care where you lean politically, AOC's hot. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
How do
if
I
he
know
saw
you're
her.
always online?
I don't know if he had it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, constantly online, or
I just love the just saying. Like he had to get it on the record.
or
Like,
wherever
right?
wherever he's broadcasting from, he's got like a bunch of TVs, and maybe she was on a TV or something.
maybe.
But
No.
I don't care where you lean politically, AOC's hot. Just
yeah,
saying.
I'm leaning with Raj constantly online.
And what's funny about that is last night watching the Raiders game. Did you hear this last night watching the Raiders game?
It's just funny because, I go on social media and you see AOC is trending. And I'm like, oh, my God. I go straight to Aiden O'Connell, and I realize, some politics stuff. But so it's kind of funny that when you see Aiden O'Connell go out there, he just goes about his business.
Right?
And I don't care where you lean politically, AOC's hot. Just
Like
saying.
Costos, what are you doing? And then today, I mean, Chris Mack filling in for Costos today.
Shout out Chris Mack.
Beating it all summer long.
What are we doing? What? Raj, what's in the water on the show that's before us?
Why am I answering the question? I don't know what's in the water.
You're in
You
charge
guys
of the
are-
operation
Wow,
here.
listen. I think we found the common denominator. It's Bill Zimmerman.
Yeah,
Already been beating it all summer long.
I think it is. I'm like, man, what is going on the morning show?
Look at
been
Bleck
beating
just
it all
aired.
summer
Raj, you're
long.
in charge of the operation here. What in the
Yeah.
world is going on?
You're the highest ranking official on this show,
Yeah.
so we look to you.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think it's Bill. I think
Yeah.
it's Bill.
I think we're gonna blame Bill. That's
We're going to
that's
chuck
the
Bill
key.
right under the bus. We love Bill, though. He's a great guy.
Of course, we
Love
love
Bill.
Bill. He does a great job.
Bill, my memory of Bill will always be when we were at Super Bowl, and we told this story on the air at the time, when I went for a walk one night and I was approached with an offer by a lady of the night in San Francisco. And I was beat white. And the first person I saw when I go back to the hotel was Bill Zimmerman. And the next person I saw was Nick Costos. And they both looked at me like, dude, are you okay? Right as I'm going back in, I'm like, well, something just happened on my walk.
Something happened. I was offered on the street.
That's great.
So there you go. The wives and girlfriends, they're planted. The league is exploiting the canoodling taking
Yeah, the way
place.
Abdalla framed it, they're
training camp.
victims. They're victims. Madison Beer and
insane.
Justin Herbert are victims here of the machine.
I think
That
they
is the
are.
way you framed it.
Exploiting their love.
The content machine. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports. What are the storylines we're looking to look ahead at this weekend? What are we looking for the most? What's the biggest storyline in the preseason in the NFL? We'll tell you about that coming up next.
There's still two QB battles ongoing. In Cleveland, it's Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. And Atlanta's between Tua Tagovailoa or Michael Penix Jr. When the starter's named, we'll let you know. Westwood One Sports.
At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute, 30 seconds. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Stations, this is your final time check. At the tone, the broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
Bleck and Abdalla on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdalla.
Check out our podcast on Apple and Spotify, and also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bleck and Abdalla Show. The live stream is up there each and every day. You can always check it out. Like and subscribe to Bleck and Abdalla Show on YouTube. Thank you to Raj and Roy for producing today's show and also this week. They were both there. It's a joke from earlier in the show. It's a joke from earlier in the show, and that was only for Raj. because he made comment about it earlier. So shout out to Raj and Roy for helping us.
I would have bet
this
money
week.
you were going to do it.
Exactly. Jim Rome coming up in 10 minutes.
Honestly, I would have been disappointed if you hadn't.
Sports.
I think I actually would have been disappointed if you hadn't done it. So,
They
well
were
done.
there.
They were also
with us.
also in attendance.
Yes.
Raj and Roy.
The Bleck Abdalla show. We were there. So this weekend in the NFL preseason tonight, we have 3 games this evening, 7 Eastern, Broncos at Falcons. Also at 7 Eastern, Buccaneers at Jets, and the Dolphins at the Commanders. Is there anything to take away or what you're looking forward to watching tonight in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, the first series for Tua in the Falcons game, what he looks like with Kevin Stefanski, we'll see. I always thought Kevin Stefanski got a raw deal with the Browns, so we'll see. I mean, look, it's one series. How much can you take away from it? And I think Malik Willis, if you follow what's been going on in Miami, people have been raving about Malik Willis in Miami. Again, it's Miami reporters, it's Miami social media. Take from it what you can. We'll see what he looks like against the Commanders. Jayden Daniels is not expected to play tonight, so it's going to be Malik Willis against backups, most likely. So again, preseason, take from it what you want.
Yeah, I'm looking at Tua. I want to see how that first series goes. Stefanski said it will be one series or about 10 plays.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right? Like, fresh opportunity for Tua in this situation with the Falcons. Also, Stefanski in a new situation, getting the first game under his belt with the Falcons. And you're right. I do kind of feel like he's the one coach that is landing in a new spot that I felt like he was a scapegoat.
Yeah.
You know, much like I feel like Sean McDermott was a scapegoat with the Bills as well.
Mm-hmm.
So to see Stefanski and the Falcons tonight against Raj's Broncos, I've got my eyes on that. And then the game that's on the NFL Network that everyone can check out is Buccaneers at Jets. So that's the action this evening. I think the big notable item from the weekend, from Saturday, will be, I think it's the game on the NFL Network at 1 Eastern, and it's Cleveland at Chicago. And it's not because we are Bears fans.
Nope.
I think everyone's going to pay attention and stay tuned to the quarterback situation with the Cleveland Browns. Watson will get the start, even though in game 2, Shedeur Sanders will get the start.
Mm-hmm.
Both will play. I think that's the game everyone's going to be talking about from Saturday is that game 1 Eastern, Browns at Bears.
Well, listen, and we'll tell you, broadcasting out of Chicago and knowing this about the Bears, and everybody knows this, the Bears starters aren't going to play. So there's really no excuse for Watson or Shedeur Sanders to look bad. Like, they're playing, Watson should be playing against 2s if he's getting the start, and he is getting the start, and Sanders should be playing against 2s or 3s. So there should be no excuse for them to look semi-decent in this game. And that'll be probably the biggest game of that day and of the weekend is that quarterback battle right there.
We were asking earlier for who would be the next sports person to release an album. Text from the 630. Aaron Rodgers, he would make an album.
Okay.
First track of the album, My Wife Is Not AI.
Please, believe me. My wife is not AI.
So, yeah, the Bleck Abdalla album in the works.
Yeah.
We'll
Sure.
keep working on it at some point. Yeah. Jim Rome and the Jim Rome Show is coming up next.
This is Westwood One Sports.